From Raabe Stadium in Wauwatosa on a sunny, breezy Saturday in September, it's the 2025 season opener for Milwaukee's only college football team. We're talking about the Warriors of Wisconsin Lutheran. And we welcome you, everybody, inside People's State Bank coverage of Warriors football, as presented by Legacy Insurance Group. My name is Scott Warris. He was here 26 years ago when this program was founded. The founding coach of Warriors football, Dennis Miller. Coach, good to be back with you. Great to be on My 24 and on WLCsports.com. It's an exciting chapter for this program and for this athletics department. And Coach, let's get into it because it is an exciting time for Warriors football. 7-3 last season, a third-place finish in the Northern Athletics Collegiate Conference. So I guess my question is, the way last year went, is momentum a thing? Does it carry through the offseason, and can they still ride that here in the opener of 2025?
Absolutely, no question about it. When that season ended last year, they were on fire. They were excited about what was going on with the program, and it put them into the offseason, into the weight room and everything else, and they're definitely going to use that momentum to carry them into 2025.
And they are stacked on both sides of the ball. We don't have enough time to talk about everybody that we could. We got a few hours to do that, I suppose. But let's start on the offensive side. And we got to start with the freshman of the year in the conference, running back Liam Hygis. Almost 900 rushing yards last year to set the program freshman record. And he is poised to be bigger and better than last year.
He is a special player. And you hate to give accolades like that to a young man who's only been here 1 year in the program. But watching him last year, he was special last year. And then going into this year, I know that his goal was to become faster, be a better receiver out of the backfield. And he accomplished those things. But even more importantly, he's 220 pounds this year.
He is.
I mean, he is a young man that I think this league is going to be very impressed with as the year goes along.
And they were last year. Other side of the ball, Layson Handwork. He's a leader. He's a captain. He's a linebacker. All-conference honoree. Led the Warriors in sacks a season ago.
And Layson is just that. Well, I played linebacker in college. And he is the kind of linebacker you're looking for. He's a kid that completely understands the defense. He knows what the offense is trying to accomplish. He controls the other 10 guys on the field, and he plays with passion, and he's very aggressive. He's everything you're looking for in a linebacker.
We are set to go. The grills are going. The guys are warming up behind us. It's the season opener for the Warriors. The Saints of the College of St. Scholastica is here. And we'll have kickoff coming up in just a few moments. Stick with us as we have more from Raabe Stadium after this.
This isn't just another college.
If you are looking for a university where the professors care about you, you can meet friends who have the same values as you, and you're going to be in a super fun area with a ton of student activities and fun stuff to do, then you want to go to WLC.
This is a place where you'll engage in Christ-centered academics and student life experiences that activate your potential.
Learning here at WLC is incredibly hands-on learning. You get a bunch of different experiences.
You can really balance academics with athletics or fine arts or any extracurriculars.
I don't think a single student here graduates without thinking that they are a Christian leader. You get everything when you come here. You get a wonderful community of people. You get endless opportunities.
WLC initially was just a college for me, but now it's a home.
Your greatest adventure starts here. Visit WLC.edu/purpose to learn more.
Back live at Raabe Stadium as our pregame programming continues with the teams back in the locker rooms getting their final instructions from their respective head coaches. Why don't we catch up with the president of Wisconsin Lutheran College, Dr. Daniel Johnson. Dr. Johnson, Mr. President, it's good to see you. What a day. Weather's cooperating. What does a day like this mean, not just for athletics, but for the college as a whole?
Yeah, well, first of all, what a beautiful day. Grateful to get our year going again. I think a moment like this kind of kicks off our whole academic season. You know, we've been back at it for going on 2 weeks and just off to a tremendous start. This is my 18th year, and I just can't get over how good God has been to us and the amazing students that they brings to us, but these great student athletes. Yeah, we just think Warrior Athletics is such a huge part of us being able to take our mission of academic excellence, you know, with Jesus right smack in the middle of all of it, but a great way to prepare servant leaders as well through the Warrior Athletics. So yeah, it's a beautiful day. So grateful to be here.
You were at the tailgate. Did they have you working the grill? What was your role over there at the tailgate area?
They do a great job of setting me up, but it was just awesome to just actually not just my own tailgate that I hosted, but to walk and talk to our parents and visit with some of our visitors that are here, guests from Scholastica. It's a great atmosphere, a great day for a football game.
It is Faith and Family Day. That's what we're celebrating here at Raabe Stadium. And we were talking before we started this segment about the character of this Warriors program, and it starts from Coach Tresky all the way down, and the leaders that they are on and off the field, and that's a representation of WLC as a whole.
Yeah, absolutely. Coach Tresky just done a phenomenal job of just weaving the fact that we're here to raise Christian men to be great fathers and brothers and sons and leaders in industry. But to be able to do it, you know, our football program leads as we lead as a college. We're a courageously Christian college for such a moment as this. And, I'm really proud of our guys, the way they handle themselves and the way they carry themselves, and give honor to their Lord and honor our school as well. So really blessed.
Big picture, what is the role that athletics plays in the Wisconsin Lutheran College storyline?
Yeah, well, you know, about 45% of our students are here to play a Division III athletic sport that they love and get an exceptional Christian, Christ-focused education. And so it's a huge part of what we do. And so we've invested mightily into our facilities. We just want to really provide and serve our students well. And, we just think, you know, if we're here to prepare men and women for lives of influence and impact, there's nothing like a football game or athletics across any women or men's sports that really can help realize that. It's a wonderful blessing for sure.
You mentioned it before, Dr. Johnson, that we are a couple of weeks into the 25-26 school year. What is the state of the campus as a whole beyond athletics in totality?
Yeah, we're just doing great. You know, these last 5-6 years we've had record enrollment, and just grateful to be able to reach a broader and larger number of students than ever. We're really blessed.
Well, it really is amazing. You just look at the football roster. It's indicative, I think, of the college as a whole, as the football team has, I think, close to 24, 25 different states represented.
Yeah.
I mean, it's far and wide, which kind of is the story of WLC in recent decades, too.
Yeah, well, we're so passionate about our mission, and I think when people get on our campus and they just see it, I was meeting with, my wife and I were meeting with one of our athletes moving in from the soccer program, a men's soccer program from Hawaii, of all places. We do. We have a national reach, certainly a local. We want to own our backyard too. We've been a growing college, and really believe athletics is a great way for us to carry out our mission for sure.
Last thing for you, what excites you the most about this school year that has just embarked, athletics or otherwise? What revs the engine? What gets you up every morning and head into that office?
Well, first of all, summer is a very quiet place around a college, and just to have the energy of these students back on campus, and it's a full house. We're near capacity on our campus, and it feels that way. You know, I came here, you know, this is my 18th year, and we had a much smaller enrollment back then, and just to have the vitality and the energy and the enthusiasm. And I'll tell you what, a lot of folks have written off this generation of college student. We have the most remarkable students that God continues to bring us year in and year out. And so, yeah, we're just excited. Yeah. Very blessed.
Exciting off the field and exciting on the field. And President Johnson, thanks for spending a couple moments with us here.
Thank you, Scott.
And when we come back, from the president of the college to the head of the football program, I'll have my pregame conversation with head coach Eric Tresky as Warriors pregame continues after this.
We celebrate the athletes, the buzzer beaters, the record breakers, the wins. Now, it's time to celebrate the people behind it all. The advice givers, the community shapers, the game changers, the life changers. It's time to celebrate our coaches. Join all of us at BSN Sports and show your coach some love by sharing their story with #ThankYouCoach.
Hey, grab me one too.
Here's your food.
Thank you.
Hey, your food's right here. Have a nice day.
Thanks, you too.
Food's here.
Food's here.
Finally. Best pizza.
Food's here. We're here. Quick Trip.
Back inside the Warriors pregame show as we get closer to kickoff. Scott Warris and sixth-year head coach Eric Tresky on opening day. And let's just start with the atmosphere, the weather. I can smell the grills behind us in the tailgate zone. The weather's going to cooperate. Exciting day for Warriors football, your sixth season, Coach.
Yeah, it couldn't be any better. I mean, the weather's beautiful. We've got a ton of people getting ready to share, their gifts with. We have a Faith and Family Day going on, so it's just going to be a wonderful day. And our guys are ready. They've worked really, really hard. They prepared. They're excited for this moment, and they should be. I can't wait to see it.
Well, let me ask you, big picture here. Let's talk training camp. The calendar made it one of the shorter camps. What, about 8-9 days or so? Your biggest takeaway from what you saw in the lead up to today?
Okay, it's going to be a little different take, but we did a community service event. We were on the south side. We did a cleanup, and we had our guys go out, and they were praying for people, giving out like popsicles to people, all that stuff. And I knew what we had on the field. I was confident in the guys that we had returning. But to see how our guys embraced giving everything that they had for the people around them, that told me that we're going to be ready for something big this year, because it really takes love and sacrifice to be all you're capable of being as a football program. And so I'm super excited. Just looking forward to seeing them finally get a chance to play.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, you and your assistants have raved about the character of this group.
Yep.
I know it's something that is, at the core of your program. So it's exciting to see what they're doing off the field, and we're going to see what they're doing on the field here today. The College of St. Scholastica is here for the opener.
Yep.
Let's talk about offense a little bit. We got to start with Liam Hygis. You could start in a number of places, but we'll start with the reigning NAC Freshman of the Year. What have you seen now in year number 2 from that talented young man?
Well, what I love about Liam, and honestly that entire running back group, is they're very hungry. Right? They don't settle. Liam could have easily gotten really comfortable. You see it a lot with a freshman who has early success, as they get comfortable with their gifts. But Liam came into my office, said, hey, what do we need to work on? How do I take it to another level? And so we talked about improving his top-end speed, being a breakaway back, and being a back that is dynamic in every phase, which includes being a receiver out of the backfield. And so he really spent a lot of time in the spring and the summer. It showed. He's had a great camp, and looking forward to seeing him now, let those gifts display themselves on the field.
And for a freshman starting at quarterback, that weaponry is such a luxury. Other side of the coin, Coach, talk to your defensive coordinator, Steve Donovan. Wow. You talk about a coach that is hyped and ready to go, deep, talented, and like we talked about this week, the spine of the defense is that linebacking core.
Absolutely, yeah. We've got incredible, I think 7 or 8 of our guys would be capable of being starters on this football team at the linebacker group. And then you couple that with some veteran safety presence, 3 senior safeties, kind of spearheaded by Connor Martin, who was a captain for us a year ago. And it's a really, really good group. I think the 2 things that stand out to me about it is the athleticism you're going to see in our front. Very active defensive linemen. We have backers that run like safeties, which is very difficult to practice against, but a lot of fun to watch on game day. And I think the other thing you're going to see is that we have really, really good communication and leadership. Connor is such a smart player, as is Case and McFadden, Malik. Those guys are going to do a great job putting people in position to be successful. And in week 1, that's really important because you're going to get looks that you didn't prepare for. So,
to that point, real quickly, College of St. Scholastica, an unfamiliar opponent. They've got a new head coach, new coordinators. First few possessions, you might just be feeling each other out, maybe, huh?
Yeah, I told the guys this week it's going to be kind of akin to a boxing match, right? You kind of start out in round 1 feeling out your opponent, seeing their strengths or weaknesses, maybe what they want to do to attack you. And that'll be what we're trying to do a little bit early in the game. But then from there, I really see us settling in and being who we are. We don't need to do more than what we're capable of doing, right? It's not a stretch, right? We just got to rest in the gifts that we have and trust in each other.
As the offensive play caller as well, in addition to being the head coach, what do the weapons you have on that side of the ball, what do they allow you to do in terms of going into your playbook? I assume you're deeper now maybe than you have been in other years for an opener.
Our perimeter offensive group is really special. It's the best, and we've had some good ones, so no disrespect to my previous groups, but it's the best top to bottom that we've had. So I think on my call sheet I always have these do not forgets, right? And some of them are schematic or kind of game flow. One of them is don't forget to trust your playmakers. Like, keep it simple. Let them have an opportunity, right, to impact the game doing what they do best. And so that's really my goal today is just allow those guys not to overthink, but be who they're called to be. So,
Coach, you've gone through these season openers before. So the last question, coach, player, you get some butterflies, some nerves, some excitement. What are you feeling here as we approach kickoff for another season?
I get excited. We work really, really hard for a long time to only get 10 of these guaranteed to us. And so I get excited for it. I also get excited to try to show a different type of football. We really, really strive to be a team that lives out what we talk about, which is John 15:13. Greater love has no one than this. You should see our guys treat each other and even our opponents differently. And that's my hope today. Part of the reason I'm excited will be on my 24 is that others will get a chance to see that as well. And so I'm just looking forward to seeing our guys perform.
All right, Coach, as always, best of skill here in the opener.
Thank you.
Appreciate it as always. We'll continue with more from Raabe Stadium after this.
The world is changing in powerful ways. You deserve an education that helps you meet the moment. Wisconsin Lutheran College. An academic and faith experience embedded in a close-knit community that activates your potential. Preparing you for life's critical moments so you can step into your unique purpose as a bold Christian leader. Take the first step at wlc.edu/purpose.
And we welcome you back inside historic Raabe Stadium as we are getting set for the opener here for Wisconsin Lutheran College. It is year number 26 for WLC football, and we're so pleased to bring it to you this year on My 24 here in southeastern Wisconsin, and of course streaming live, anywhere. This internet thing is here to stay at WLCsports.com. It is People's State Bank coverage of Warriors football as presented by Legacy Insurance Group. There aren't many people in this facility right now who were there 26 years ago, but the man to my left, Dennis Miller, was as the founding head coach. And Coach, you've been through a lot of openers, a lot of season openers. Is there a little something extra, some butterflies, some jitters, or what it might be for somebody who's been around the game as long as you have?
There is. The opener is it's the start of a new season, and there's lots of optimism. You've worked, and the other thing, the reality is these guys have been going at it for, even though it was a short camp, these guys have been going at it for a long time, and they are really ready to get playing. But the openers are very special, very fun. You work really hard for the entire year to get to the point of playing 10 games, maybe more if you're really good. So openers are a fun time of the year.
This will be only the third matchup ever between Wisconsin Lutheran and the Saints of College of Saints Scholastica. 08 and 09, Warriors won them both, Coach. That was in your tenure. And as we alluded to with Coach Tresky a little while ago, there is a certain degree of, well, maybe a lot, of anonymity. We don't know these guys. They got a new head coach, a new head man over there on the sidelines, and Matt Bremer. And so it might take a while just to kind of find a rhythm and find out what the Saints are all about, and maybe vice versa, although not as much.
It really is. And, that's the thing about openers all the time is that a lot of times you have film from the previous year where you can watch the opponent you're going to play and get a good sense of it. And even then, you're not sure they're going to keep their same concepts offensively, defensively. Well, in this case, they've got a new head coach. They've got a new offensive coordinator. There wasn't any film on them to get a feel for what they're going to do. So that presents its own situation, its own problems in some ways.
What are you thinking for an X factor here today? You talk about an opener, and there's jitters, even for guys who've been at this for a while, and Warriors are stacked. I mean, on both sides of the ball, the expectations are high. We even started talking about the fact there's a freshman quarterback starting for them in a season opener for the first time in 11 years. What might be something off the beaten path, an X factor, if you could give us one quick.
Yeah,
Coach.
The X factor. Well, again, in my mind, there are three of them. One you've already talked about, which is a starting freshman quarterback. He's a great player, but he's never played here, and this is his first start, so that's always interesting. Second is we don't know a lot about our opponent. And the third kind of I think is very important is we have a new long snapper, and that could be an X factor because we've had a great kid there in the last several years, Chevy, and we've got a brand new kid, so that could be an X factor, particularly if this is a close game.
The mechanics of the kicking game, and don't forget, not only a new long snapper, you got a new kicker as well. Your all-time leading scorer has graduated in Arnulfo Ortega. So it is it's exciting. I mean, they got the tailgate going. It's an exciting time of season, obviously, and the Warriors have high hopes. Preseason pick to finish third in the NAC. These broadcasts all season long could not happen, and I mean this in the sincerest sense, without those great sponsors right there. People's State Bank, Legacy Insurance Group, Colin Amack agent. Yes, that Colin Amack. Auto Owners Insurance, Best Electric Service, Dunn Sporting Goods, Sit Means Sit Dog Training, Today's Dentistry, Clear Hits Radio, Enlighten Realty Group, Northern Athletics Collegiate Conference, the NAC, yes indeed, Sonesta Milwaukee West, Wauwatosa. Those and others are bringing us these telecasts on My 24 Milwaukee and at WLCSports.com as the Forest Green and White in year number 26 of the program come cascading out of their locker room in the far tunnel and make their way towards the 50-yard line. Football is just around the corner. The Saints of St. Scholastica make their way out onto the Raabe Stadium turf now as well. And when we return, we will begin the 2025 college football season for Milwaukee's only college football team. So glad you could join us. Football is next here on My 24.
My journey into real estate started with a simple desire to help others. At the Enlighten Realty Group, our team's more than just a collection of agents. It's a family of dedicated professionals, committed to making a meaningful impact on our clients. To us, this business is about changing lives. When we look back on our life, we won't smile on the money we made, but rather the lives we changed along the way. Give us a call or follow us on social media today. We look forward to talking with
you. Drive, discipline, passion, determination, focus, sacrifice, effort. The years on the football field have given me more than just wins. They've taught me values that are now at the heart of Legacy Insurance Group. At Legacy Insurance, dedication, hard work, and honor become real protection for families and businesses across Wisconsin. Legacy Insurance Group, driven to protect your future.
When you bank with People's State Bank, you're never alone when it comes to your finances. In fact, in a recent survey, customers said our bankers were helpful, flexible, and willing to work with their situation more than any other response. So if you're going it alone with your bank, we invite you to join our community and experience what it's like with People's State Bank on your side. Visit us at bankpeoples.com.
The Northern Athletics Collegiate Conference, a collection of 14 private colleges and universities, is proud to be one of the premier NCAA Division III conferences in the Midwest. Our mission is simple but powerful: to put students first, support their academic and athletic success, and prepare them for life beyond college. The NAC is a model for what college athletics should be: competitive, balanced, and student-centered. We are proud of our past, excited about our future, and most of all, proud of the student athletes who make the NAC a launch point for future leaders.
This isn't just another college.
If you are looking for a university where the professors care about you, you can meet friends who have the same values as you, and you're going to be in a super fun area with a ton of student activities and fun stuff to do, then you want to go to WLC.
This is a place where you'll engage in Christ-centered academics and student life experiences that activate your potential.
Learning here at WLC is incredibly hands-on learning. You get a bunch of different experiences.
You can really balance academics with athletics or fine arts or any extracurriculars.
I don't think a single student here graduates without thinking that they are a Christian leader. You get everything when you come here. You get a wonderful community of people. You get endless opportunities.
WLC initially was just a college for me, but now it's a home.
Your greatest adventure starts here. Visit wlc.edu/purpose to learn more.
God Bless America performed right before kickoff, and the coin toss is just a couple of moments away as we are getting set for football on what has turned out to be a really nice Saturday. Cool, little breezy, partly cloudy, you might say, but that is football weather on this first Saturday of September, and the captains for the respective teams are heading out there now. And for the Warriors, they've got a great group of captains. A couple from the offense, a couple from the defense. You've got Drew Mears out there, along with Layson Handwork and Nathan Nevad. It's a group that is expected to do big things on and off the field, and they certainly have done that. And a special group with Mears and Nevad and Nate Griffith, the backup quarterback, as it's going to be the freshman Quincy Reams that gets the start here today. Anyway, we'll talk about their leadership, those four guys, all season long.
And we've heard a lot about them during this preseason.
Wisconsin Lutherans won the toss, chose to defend in the second half. Heath Powell is our referee. And the Warriors have won the toss. They'll defer to the second half, and so they will be kicking off.
And referee Powell has been around a long time. I know him well. And before the game gets going, I'm going to say he's going to do a great job.
Set the standard there.
That's right.
Get it going early, no doubt about it. All right, we are not going to see Quincy Reams right away because the offense won't be out there immediately anyway. So let's start, Coach, by talking a little bit about the defense here. This Wisconsin Lutheran College defense, it is deep, it is talented. That linebacking core is really the heartbeat in a lot of ways. And after last year, kind of a two-man front, a unique scheme for defensive coordinator Steve Donovan. It's more of a three-man front this year, but still it's going to throw a lot of looks at you.
It is, and it starts out as a three-man front. And talking to Coach Donovan a little bit over the course of the last couple of weeks, they're going to be very, very varied. They're going to have a lot of different things in store for the offense. I think you're going to see them even at some points in the game where they have one defensive lineman in, and they're playing with a lot of other perimeter-type defensive players.
All right, before kickoff, look at the third member of our crew. Oh, yeah, we renewed his contract. It's Reverend Wayne Chevy. Hello, Rev.
Hi, Scott. A lot of excitement down here on the field, obviously. First game, I was with the team earlier today. Coach Tresky focusing on the small details. Make sure that we take care of the small things for the big results. We saw earlier there were some game-time decisions that were going to be made. Carson Kohler, who is our usual kick returner and all-around back, will not be playing today. Everybody's ready? Kickoff's coming. Here we go. Back up to you.
All right, Wayne, thanks so much. A new kicker, Devin Lair, is back. Nikolai Amaya Overchuk, a little banged up. He did the kickoffs last year with Ortega doing the kicking. And back to receive. It's going to be Andrew Burgess the second, and the speedster is spun under as he's hit shy of the 25, maybe the 24-yard line. So this is where the St. Scholastica Saints are going to begin this opening drive as we have the Dunn Sporting Goods kickoff behind us. And now the starting lineup brought to you by People's State Bank. There's the starting offense for St. Scholastica. You see Donald West is the quarterback. He's one of the veterans, certainly a senior from St. Paul, Minnesota. They got a new head coach, and West takes the snap. And the first play from scrimmage to Javon Williams. He's one of the returning pieces of an offense. And handwork makes the first tackle of the season.
Yeah, and a nice little zone play there. And they came up that first play with, even though he was off the ball, with the tight end. And I think that was they were uncertain if they were going to be playing with the tight end or not this year.
6'3" senior quarterback is West. Toss near side, it's incomplete. He was looking for Favors. Coverage there by Vinton Martin, and they were high on him last year as a freshman. He may be the most athletic member of that secondary. As we take a look at our starting defense, the Warriors starting defense sponsored by People's State Bank. You see the three linemen down front. Gabe Cole is healthy, and he'll be a stalwart inside there, number 99. Third down and 3. And the pass is tipped up into the air by Nevad. And that'll end the Saints' first drive he's one of the big guys and one of the captains as well. He gets the deflection there.
That was a really nice defensive play. We came up in man coverage, pressing him at the line of scrimmage, and it looked like we were able to put a little bit of pressure on him. Nevad had that nice block right there, which is kind of what we were talking about in the pregame. He's pretty much an all-around player.
Connor Martin is back, the senior from Chino, California, and he has been really good in the punt return department. Kick is away from Andrews.
That is a great kick.
Oh
my gosh, that's a great punt.
Rolls laterally near the 15, and that's going to be deadened at around the 8-yard line. So the Warriors' offense will be pinned deep as Eric Tresky, in his 6th year as head coach, and handles the offensive play calling as well. We'll huddle up his offense around him, and now we can talk about the freshman quarterback who won the battle in camp, Quincy Reams, 6'1", freshman out of Dallas, Texas, and he can be a special kid. There are glimpses of greatness.
He sure can. I watched some tape on him, and he's got some burst with running the ball and does a nice job getting it out in a hurry.
With the freshman of the year, Hygis off to his right, and Liam gets the carry, and he'll burrow his way out across the 15 near the 16-yard line.
Nice little start just to get the first hit out of the way.
Munt on the stop for the College of St. Scholastica. It was a battle, really. Reams, the senior, Nate Griffith, kind of went down to the wire, and Reams gets the nod. The first true freshman to start a season opener for the Warriors since Anthony Rodriguez back in the championship year of 14 when you were on the sidelines.
You bet. And Anthony had a great year that year. So
make the handoff, and he'll keep. And he'll be taken under just shy of the 20-yard line. Those type of plays are what they love about it.
They really do. And I think as the game progresses, you'll see the burst that we've seen on film throughout the preseason.
3rd down and 5 here for the Warriors after getting a quick 3 and out of the Saints. Just underway in the opening quarter of this season opener. And Reams on the run, chased and taken down. He maybe got a yard, but he needed much more than that. Connor Plumlee, the linebacker from Olivia, Minnesota, stops the Warriors freshman QB and stops the Warriors opening drive.
Yeah, and he had the option maybe to throw it downfield if he wanted, but he didn't see anything he really liked. And I know Quincy has a lot of confidence in his legs, and so I think you're going to see him take off with that frequently today. New long snapper now, so we'll see how he does here.
The long snapper is Keith Johnson after Elijah Chevy graduated. A little low snap. Punt from Drew Mears with Burgess back. Grabs it on a bounce and eluding tacklers out near midfield. Pretty good return for Burgess, and so the Saints, in what will be their second drive, their second possession of the opening quarter, are set up in pretty good shape.
Man, already the field is kind of shifted a little bit. That's a good starting position for St. Scholastica.
And again, the coach and the quarterback joined at the hip at all times in a meeting room, on the sidelines, at practice. It's going to be fun to watch Quincy.
It really is. Watch him develop this year.
Now the officials come in, and they're going to reset the play clock here. Just underway, so glad you could join us on My24, streaming at WLCSports.com.
Kind of a traditional offensive set here with 2 backs, and even though you got a split tight end with number 12, you don't see this very often anymore in college football.
Burgess, he's quick and taken under by handwork.
They're doing a nice job right now getting off the ball, St. Scholastica is.
Scholastica with their first snap in Warriors territory here. This is already the 3rd possession in totality of this ball game. As West steps up and now flushed. He's got some space and fighting his way, far sideline, spinning his way for a first down for the College of St. Scholastica. That's Jared Garcia was the one that spun him down. It's a first down. All first downs this year are sponsored by Best Electric Service, as you see the fleet-footed nature of Donald West as well.
That was very, very evasive on that one. He could have been taken down for a loss.
Yeah, you slipped away from Garcia. So on 1st and 10, and the catch, Burgess. That'll move the chains once again down inside the 30.
Nicely thrown, a little dig route from the outside receiver, and went down to the ground to catch it. That was a very, very good play on their part.
Best Electric Service, located on 76th Street in West Allis, our sponsor for all first downs here this season. And St. Scholastica's on the drive on their second possession of this opening quarter. West and Burgess, two of the returners.
Yep.
For a relatively young squad. This, however, is Javon Williams, and he breaks free to the far sideline, and he'll set up a goal-to-go situation as Williams takes it inside the 10. Nevad pushed him out, and the Saints are set up inside the red zone, which is brought to you by Legacy Insurance Group, Colin A. Mack agent representing Auto Owners Insurance.
And that was set up by their formation. They had three wide receivers to the right, a tight end to the left, and forced the defense to overshield over to the wide side.
Williams going
Nice play.
nowhere. Towns, Davion Towns, the senior now from Pensacola, Florida.
Yeah, he's going to be a force all year. He's just a very athletic man.
Quick off his block.
Yep, very much.
Second down and goal to go for the Saints of St. Scholastica. At the 6-yard line. They spread them out here with two wides each way. Williams is the tailback. West is going to keep it straight ahead, leaning just shy of the goal line. Third and goal upcoming for the Saints. Nevad may have prevented a touchdown.
Yeah, and that was another one where, man, we're getting great penetration and almost could have taken him down for a loss.
Third and goal. Williams is in, and the visitors from St. Scholastica have struck first on their second possession of this ball game. And it's a touchdown for the running back from Wilmer, Minnesota, Javon Williams. All touchdowns this year, sponsored by Sit Mean Sit Dog Training.
They did a really nice job on that drive in terms of mixing it up with formations and the run-pass ratio on that.
Andrews' point after is good. And so the College of St. Scholastica has struck first. Here 7-0 with 8:31 to go in this first quarter. That was an impressive drive capped off by this Williams run for 6.
It really was with the I believe that was the guard pulling around on that. He did a nice job leading up into the hole and really did a great job at getting a push there.
So now the Warriors will get a chance to answer. These two teams met in 2008 and 2009. I remember that trip, Coach, up to the shores of Lake Superior.
Up to Lake Superior. We played at UW Superior's football field. Yeah.
You had to do some landscaping beforehand,
yes, we
as
did.
I recall.
We each were given a little bucket and had to go around the field and fill up gopher holes. So it was an auspicious place to play.
That scoring drive, 7 plays, 51 yards. They were set up after the Burgess punt return, taking 3:22 off the clock. 7-0. Another kickoff brought to you by Dunn Sporting Goods. 43 years of creating outstanding apparel. We thank all our sponsors for their support. So many of them have direct ties to this football program and to this college, as Martin gets out of one ankle attempt, and Connor still bouncing his way now, and he's always got great fight and taken down at the 30-yard line. That's where Wisconsin Lutheran's second drive will begin. Connor Martin.
Kind of a short kick. I think we're going to have to be aware of that as hopefully they're not kicking off very much, but if they do, we have to be aware of it because the up back almost had to catch that one.
So here is the second possession for Wisconsin Lutheran. And the snap to Reams. Fake the handoff on the inside. Toss to Drew Mears. And a good run after catch for Drew. He handles the punting duties He's one of their regular pass catchers as well. Plumlee on the escort out of bounds. Drew will be our halftime guest, but he has his first catch of the season.
And there is nothing better for a play caller than to have 8 yards on the first down. You can do whatever you want on that second down.
The talented combo of Gordon and Hawkins here to the near side. Two of the most deadly wide receivers in the NAC. He tosses far side, though, and once again is able to connect. And the Warriors enjoy their first down of 2025, brought to you by Best Electric Service. And again, the connection there with Drew.
I like what Coach Tresky is doing there. He had great success on that first play, and he went right back to it and got the first down.
Mears is just a steady, reliable target,
Very
a safety
much.
valve.
Just like last year, I remember that all the time, just solid hands.
1st and 10 for the green and white at the 44, down by a touchdown here. Hygis on the carry, powers his way into Saints territory, picked up 9 for a man that set the Warriors freshman rushing record a season ago, nearly 900 yards.
Well, and look at his quick feet here. I mean, the guy's 220 pounds, and he's just got these quick feet looking back and forth to the holes. Impressive young man.
Only the names of Parbs and Kale have run for more yards in a single season, two of the greats in Warriors history, than what Hygis did a season ago on 2nd and 1. And Quincy Reams, he's going to toss, and the catch is made. He took a hit, Hygis did, but it'll move the chains. The hit coming from the safety A.J. Gross from Osceola, Wisconsin. But another Best Electric Service first down for the Warriors.
And that was a fulfillment of the things that he was working on this offseason, is the hands. He knew he was going to get lit up on that and still went up and made a great hands catch and brought it to his body.
Wanted to get faster. He shaved a couple of tenths off his 40 time, and he wants to become a more versatile weapon in the passing game as well. So from the 45 of the Saints, Reams to toss near side, a little bobble there by Hawkins, and they'll rule it incomplete. First time that Reams has targeted Emmett Hawkins today. Plumlee there in coverage for a young man who was first team All-NAC a season ago.
Yeah, a little crossing pattern. It's probably a good idea that he kept it as low as he did, because that linebacker was coming in pretty hot on that play.
Hawkins last year, first team All-NAC for the second time, 14 touchdown receptions. Of course, working then with his old high school teammate Bryce Barbian, the former Warrior quarterback. 2nd and 10. Reams, little RPO. He kept it himself. He fooled the defense, and he's got about 7 on the quarterback keep.
Yeah, number 5 came up with a really tough hit, but honestly, I think he took the worst of it. Quincy got after him pretty good on that one.
Well, they list him at 6'1", 192, but he shows right here that he can meet you. He can meet you at the point of contact.
He's a physical young man. They're probably in 4-down territory at this stage of the game, I'm guessing. Hopefully they don't need 4 downs.
Just inside the 39-yard line. Hard count. You'll see this often from the Warrior offense. They'll get up to the line, hard count, look over to the sidelines, get the play call in. They snap it with 2. Reams with time over the middle. It's deflected, incomplete. That time he was looking for Jameel Gordon. And again, A.J. Gross having a good little segment of the ball game with the hit that jarred it loose. And Dennis, like you said, it's 4-down territory. The offense stays out there.
You know, that was an incomplete pass, but I'll tell you what, he threw that with velocity. You just watched his throw. It just comes out in a hurry. That may have been incomplete, but that's some exciting fundamental football right there.
A season ago, the Warriors were 55% in 4th down conversions. This is 4th and 4, and Reams to throw, and he connects. Jameel Gordon, the ball popped out, and the near official is going to rule him down. So Gordon with the catch, a 4th down conversion. Isaac Hutchinson on the hit may have jarred it loose. He was ruled down.
Just a nice little look play. He's just going out, finding the open hole and sitting down. And Quincy is looking for whichever hole opens up first, inside to outside.
Gordon, 73 receptions to tie the program record a year ago. When we talk about weaponry, he's one of them, certainly. Another weapon is Hyges, burrowing his way down near another Warriors first down.
He is so smooth. I mean, people are going to get tired of hearing us talking about it, but he makes those little subtle jump cuts and gets right back on path. Right there, a little jump cut, and all of a sudden he's back where he wants to be.
Under 4 minutes to go in this opening quarter. Warriors
Two-back
punted
set
on their first possession. Nope. He pulls it back. He goes deep, and he underthrew Colin Amack. And the pass is intercepted by Ian Strews. And Strews returns it back out across the 30-yard line. He was looking for the tight end, Colin Amack, and he underthrew him a little bit. Not sure if Colin slipped. We'll take another look, and it's a pick.
Yeah, I'm sure he wishes this one had this one back because Colin had him beat. He just underthrew it, and kid made a nice play on it. He'll learn from that very quickly.
So the Warriors were looking good on that drive, but they turn it over on the Reams interception. And so leading 7-0, St. Scholastica with a little momentum thanks to the defense. And Williams, who had their touchdown run earlier, scampers his way down the near sidelines, taking it into Warriors territory inside the 40 before Vinton Martin stops him. Big run for Williams.
Big run. They pulled both the backside guard, backside tackle on this, and they had like a convoy leading them down there. We're going to have to be more aggressive on the edges and just turn that play in immediately.
Just like that, the Saints and the Warriors side of the field, and again, Williams probing, picking, and getting down to the 31-yard line. It has been Burgess and Williams in the combination with their veteran quarterback. Those three guys have pretty much carried the offense so far, which I think would be expected. They are the veterans.
Yeah, they're the veterans, yep.
2nd down and 3 for the Saints. West to throw, and it's in and out of the hands of Curtis Favors. There's another weapon. He's an upperclassman out of St. Paul, C.J. Favors, he prefers to be called, with Vinton Martin in coverage, working there alongside McFadden.
That was really great coverage by Martin on that. He did just a great job on that. We may have to do some things just to disrupt what they're doing right now, just a little penetration to get them off their mark a little bit.
3rd down and 3. And a loss. Vinton Martin again comes up. Handwork in there as well. And it was Burgess. And now it's Martin who's the injured Warrior down on the near sidelines. And they'll tend to him, but what a hit.
Well, and what started the play is right here. I think that was Handwork coming in, number 10. He came in and just kind of disrupted the whole, or that was Nevat actually. He came in and disrupted that whole thing to start and forced the running back to bend back a little bit, and I think that gave us some time to cover up.
So they tend to Vinton Martin. Whether business or pleasure brings you to the Milwaukee area, Sonesta Milwaukee West Wauwatosa offers an experience for all. The hotel is just minutes from the interstate, a quick drive from downtown Milwaukee, and provides an abundance of complimentary parking. Tasteful guest rooms provide a home away from home. Over 6,000 square feet of meeting space. For added enjoyment, Sonesta, just a quick drive from American Family Field, the Milwaukee County Zoo, even historic Raabe Stadium. I can see it from here. Sonesta Milwaukee West Wauwatosa, where in just a couple of short weeks we will have a Hall of Fame ceremony where you, Dennis Miller, will be inducted. So we appreciate Sonesta Milwaukee West Wauwatosa.
That will be a fun night.
Martin helped off and being tended to on the sidelines. It is 4th down and a handful here for the Saints. And West, little toss. Williams the catch. What a move to pick up the 1st down and more. Another Best Electric Service 1st down. They convert on 4th with Connor Martin on the tackle.
Yeah, that was pretty crafty on St. Scholastica's part. That was a little screen play. The rush came through, and he just he threw definitely to an open field.
First down and 10. And they just continue to churn. They looked like they stopped the clock there.
It did, yeah. Player had to come off. Helmet came off.
There you go.
Maybe that's what it was. I think right now their offensive line is bullying us a little bit. We're going to have to do some things to take them off their pace that they're going at right now.
West. Little juke move, throwing to the end zone. The catch was made, but it was made out of bounds. And so incomplete. Will Richardson, the freshman from Minnesota.
It's a nice catch, actually, even though it was out of bounds. Big play.
Lewis was in coverage there for the Warriors. The sophomore, Demarius Lewis. Coming up on a minute to go in the first. And now the whistles will stop this one. And our first penalty of the game comes with 62 seconds to play in the opening quarter.
Yep. That helps a little bit. Puts them in a third and very long, and this is one of those situations that coach is going to have. I don't know how good their kicker is, but the coach is going to have a big decision if they don't get a lot of yards on this play.
Third down and 10. See if the Warriors can capitalize on that penalty. West, another penalty flag. This one could be for a hold as the toss connects with Behrens. He works his way into the end zone, but even the Saints sideline isn't celebrating because this will be a hold and this will bring it back. You feel like the Saints in this transitional year with a new head coach and Matt Bremer, the margin for error isn't real wide for them right now. And so you just think about these last two penalties.
Yep.
These are mistakes that are going to drive a coach crazy because you're moving the ball.
Well,
you're
they are
working your way downfield.
They were almost assured of some points, even if it was just a field goal, and all of a sudden they're out of that.
3rd and 20 to be exact. West dropped the ball. Now he's in trouble. Now he goes down. He flips it forward. And they're going to rule this a forward pass on a little shovel before his knee hit the turf. It's an incomplete pass on 3rd and 20.
That was a great end to this this drive. That was just a quarterback drop. It was right there. It wasn't a problem.
Williams was deemed in the area. If you're wondering about the grounding potential there, they said nope. 4th and 20. You got to play for 4th and 20, Coach?
No, I'm actually, a little surprised they're going for it on 4th and 20. But
from the 32, and West straight back across the middle in traffic and batted down. Chris Korb, the junior linebacker from Kirkland, Illinois, makes the Warriors take over and stopping them on 4th down.
And looking at that club he's got in his hand, batting it down was his only option. I don't think he was going to get both hands on there, but that was a good job. Well, that was a nice turnaround because they had a nice momentum going and they were driving and so on, and that was some good things, good fortune that went our way on that.
To your point,
end of that drive.
To your point earlier, Coach, right now the Saints are averaging 8.9 yards per rush.
Yeah, they're kind of controlling the line of scrimmage at this point. We have to change that.
So back out, Quincy Reams, who threw an interception in the red zone on the last possession, is going to rainbow on a miscommunication here, and he's intercepted again. This is Ian Screws. He's got them both.
Yeah, that was complete miscommunication on that. He obviously thought that Hawkins was going to go go deep on it, and he pulled up on it.
Eric Tresky meeting Emmett Hawkins along the sidelines. Yep. Hawkins kind of cut off that route short, and the throw went over the top. Heck of an opener for Ian. Heck of an opener, Coach, though, for Ian Strews, the senior from Albertville, Minnesota. A couple of picks here in first quarter.
Nice start to his season.
I'd say so. Second turnover.
Keep this up, he'll have 20 for the year.
It's good math.
Yeah.
Good job, Coach. Good math.
I'm glad
even us comm majors can handle that.
I'm glad it wasn't an odd number.
I appreciate it. 23 seconds, and West is back out there, starting at the 42, his own. He's flushed, and the lefty wings it down the far sidelines. It's in and out of the hands of Richardson. Namu Tenda on the coverage, one of the many Texans on the roster for the Warriors, native of Houston.
You know, West does a very nice job at just keeping the play alive. He's because we're getting good pressure on him. You know, we're even without any kind of a stunt at all, we're getting some good pressure on him. We're actually doing a better job on the pressure with the pass than we are with the run at this point in time.
West, 56% completion rate a season ago. Williams to the near side and stopped about a yard shy of the midfield stripe. Handwork and Elke.
Right now what they're doing a little wraparound block on the outside. And we're getting pinned inside.
First quarter of the first game of the season is in the books with the visiting St. Scholastica Saints out to a 7-0 lead. And we'll continue from Raabe Stadium. More after this. People's State Bank coverage of Warriors football presented by Legacy Insurance Group.
At People's State Bank, we think checking accounts are like SUVs, driving your day-to-day finances wherever life takes you. That's why we offer more features to fuel your lifestyle, like mobile wallet and an app for when you're on the go, and debit card security to protect you from hazards like fraud. If you like horsepower, our Super Saver and interest-bearing checking accounts add an extra boost. The best part? You can open an account without leaving your driveway. Just visit bankpeoples.com today.
Drive, discipline, passion, determination, focus, sacrifice, effort. The years on the football field have given me more than just wins. They've taught me values that are now at the heart of Legacy Insurance Group. At Legacy Insurance, dedication, hard work, and honor become real protection for families and businesses across Wisconsin. Legacy Insurance Group, driven to protect your future.
Second quarter about to begin. Let's check in with Wayne Chevy downstairs.
St. Scholastica's third drive ended with that pass breakup by Chris Korb. Got that big club on. Injured himself, demonstrating a technique on the very first day of camp. But obviously you see his value, able to stay into the lineup. He's still out there, and he made a big play.
He did, Wayne. It has been a pretty healthy camp, and I'm knocking on the plywood that is our countertop right now and on the walls. They are a pretty healthy group. The Scholastica offense, St. Scholastica offense has been pretty healthy as well. Just picking up a best electric service first down and into Warriors territory. And West, little toss out of the backfield. Burgess going to throw it back to the quarterback. And now the veteran QB is on the run. Nobody's going to stop him. A little trickeration from Matt Bremer to give the Saints their second score of this opening half.
Yeah, that was well done in terms of a trick play. Everybody's over to the right side, far side of the field. They throw a lateral and right back to the quarterback, and they had a whole convoy just taking them down to the side.
Burgess and West. And again, it's those two or three key cogs along with Williams that really make it go for the offense. There's an injured Warrior down, being tended to. And now he pops up. That's good to see. That's Gabe Cole, the sophomore. All touchdowns are sponsored this season by Sit Mean Sit Dog Training. Sorry, They don't train husbands, wives, or kids. That's Matt Meitner.
Yes, it sure is.
Former Warrior Matt Meitner's company, and we appreciate their sponsorship. So it is 13-0 St. Scholastica on a trick play to begin quarter number 2, and on for the PAT is Jacob Andrews. And he missed it wide right. That was a slow developing point after,
Yeah, it was.
and he missed it wide right. We'll
kinda-
take another look at that touchdown.
Yep, he kind of, there it is. Well done. Well done on their part. I mean, they got us on that one. I think right now the biggest thing is St. Scholastica is just full of enthusiasm and optimism. And I think right now we're a little shaken because we didn't expect this to be the start of this football game.
4 plays, 58 yards,
Yep.
107 off the clock, coming off the Reams interception.
Yep.
So they score. Points off turnovers, always important. Connor Martin is back for the Warriors, and it's another kickoff here for
Now this is
Carter
into the
Bloom.
wind, and with his last kickoff, which was very short, I hope we're paying close attention where that ball's going to land, because he seems to have kind of not a real strong leg on kickoffs.
another Dunn Sporting Goods kickoff here, as it'll be Bloom, the sophomore from Elk River, Minnesota, to kick.
That was a good adjustment, moving him inside.
End over end, near side, angling towards the out-of-bounds mark, and it will carry him all the way onto the track that encompasses Raabe Stadium. And so the Warriors will have excellent field position to start because Bloom knocked it out of bounds. And so the Warriors will begin at the 35.
Yep. Right now, I think one of the big things is to calm Quincy down a little bit because, again, as a freshman, he's thrown a couple of picks. Even though the last one may or may not have been his fault, but I think he's just got to calm down, and we were moving the ball before, so it's a matter of doing it again right now.
Tywin McKinney is in there. And McKinney on the carry, the junior from Milwaukee, Kingdom Prep High School, is stopped by Austin Munt. Couple of yards for Tywin McKinney in the absence of Carson Kohler. It's usually a great three-headed monster.
Yep.
It's Hygis and then McKinney, who a great guy, great kid,
Yep.
and a really talented back too.
Yeah, we really have a load of backs. I mean, if you could get 3 on the field at the same time, we have some very good backs.
3 wide receivers to the far side on 2nd down and 8, and Reams is going to throw that way. Quincy connects.
It was a nice job at Drew of evading the first guy coming up for the tackle and then getting the yards after the catch.
3rd catch of the game for Drew Mears. 3rd down and 4 as the 6th-year head coach of the Warriors, Eric Tresky, calls in the play. Hard count for Reams. And now they look over to Tresky and company along the bottom near sidelines with Tywin McKinney there, flanked to his right. And they'll put it in the belly of Tywin McKinney, and he's tripped up. A beautiful ankle tackle made on the play. That was Nathan Gustafson on an ankle tackle of McKinney, may have saved a 1st down.
Yeah, he really did. I thought Tywin was going to get that 1st down, but he did a nice job coming up. And now we have a big 4th down at this position in the field, 4th and 1.
Down a couple of scores here. And after having the offense out there and taking a look at the formation, they'll run out the punting team. The punting unit, Drew Mears, will stay out there. He moves from wide receiver to punter, but he's a good one.
He's very good. We've got to get the ball off here.
Burgess is a good one at returner. Tight spiral. Burgess signaled for a fair catch around the 10-yard line. And so That is where
That was a great punt.
the
Drew
Saints
Drew
drive will
does a
begin.
nice job on that. And because we talked about it in the pregame, that was a nice snap. That came back quick, right where it needed to be.
St. Scholastica, it's going to be a tongue twister all game, I know. Outgaining the Warriors right now, 168 to 59 yards. 2 turnovers, a couple of Reams interceptions. The last one resulted in a subsequent CSS score. First and 10 from the 11. And Donald West will give to Javon Williams out near the 20-yard line.
I'm very impressed at this point with the Scholastica offensive line. They're big bodies, and they're really moving well at this point.
Williams, 8 rushes for 81 yards unofficially. He's going to add to his total here as he's out near a Saints first down. And I think they're going to move these chains. Yeah, they will. It's another first down.
Yeah, I wasn't sure. That was right on the mark there.
Best Electric Service first down for the College of St. Scholastica. Leading at 13-0. They have played well. There were so many unknowns from the Warrior perspective in terms of how do we scout this Saints team with a new head coach and new coordinators. And West, Rainbows near sideline, coming back, making the catch. C.J. Favors, and Favors is off to the races. Martin will not catch him. And it is a 78-yard touchdown strike from West to Favors. And just like that, 19-0 St. Scholastica. A sit means sit touchdown for the visitors.
Yeah, and that was an impressive catch and run. You know, we had him right on the sideline. That was impressive, keeping himself inbound, shifting the ball to his left just in case. That was an impressive play.
And working against Vinton Martin, which isn't easy.
No, it's not.
Andrews missed his last point after. Not this one. 20-0. St. Scholastica, who a season ago finished 4-6 overall, 3-5 in the MIAC, looking good early in the opener.
Well, in the MIAC, for people that are not familiar, that Minnesota Intercollegiate Athletic Conference is arguably one of the top 2 or 3 conferences in the nation. I mean, they have great teams throughout. St. John's, Bethel are well known in that league, but to play in that league week after week, you get pretty used to playing top competition.
Beautiful touch. He's done that a few times. The catch and then the balance of C.J. Favors. It's one thing to make the catch, then you keep your balance, then you break the tackle, and then you have fun the rest of the way. Just a beautiful completion there by a couple of guys who've done it before, a senior quarterback and a junior wideout.
Yeah, that was impressive.
Dunn Sporting Goods kickoff upcoming. Connor Martin is back for the Warriors. Wisconsin Lutheran needs something good to happen to him right now.
This would be when, you know, if you call it up, this is when you want that nice drive just to settle everyone down, get on the scoreboard, and all of a sudden take a breath. Because right now, I don't think we've taken too many breaths since the start of the game.
That might be some of the messaging that the head man is offering his squad right now. This is going to be Jacob Andrews. Remember, it was Carter Bloom who kicked it out of bounds as the ball rolls off the tee. And so Matt Bremer, head coach, first season for the Saints on those far sidelines, is kind of toggling back and forth here between his kickoff guys, at least at the moment.
I think probably a wise decision. Again, I don't know if they're veterans or not, but the first kickoff was short and the second kickoff was out of bounds. So, you know, give the other guy a chance to see how he does here.
Warriors
onside pooch kick.
Warriors have been outgained by almost 200 yards already And we still have a chunk of time left here in quarter number 2.
Yeah, I don't think anyone, at least up in this press box, would have anticipated that as the start of the game. But again, it's a long game, and our kids are confident, and they just gotta put some plays together.
And you have to give credit to what the Saints have
Absolutely.
brought to Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Absolutely.
Against Trusky and company so far, without a doubt. You tip your cap. All right. For the Warriors, Hygis is in at running back. Remember, it was McKinney that was in on the last drive. And Reams to toss near side. There's the safety valve. Drew Mears. Penalty flag is thrown. It's a first down run after catch for Drew. We'll check the flag. It was Hutchinson there on coverage of Mears, but hold everything.
Yeah, it looks like holding. I actually, again, we'll probably maybe have a replay here, but I actually thought we did a nice job blocking it. I don't know if it was a late hold when he was going by or what, but.
Gordon blocking for his colleague at the wideout spot. Here you go, Coach.
Yep. Let's see.
Right there.
I wouldn't have called that.
Here's the first one of the year, folks.
Yeah.
The first, I would not have called that out of Dennis Miller's mouth. First down and 20. Hygis. A couple of nice juke moves to get some yardage back up near the 48 for Wisconsin Lutheran College.
He likely is the answer because he is just such a physical kid. And I think you give him the ball multiple times, he's going to make a lot of people miss, but they're going to get tired of tackling him. He's 220 pounds.
Can't arm tackle number 11.
No.
Second down for the Warriors in 6. Reams pulls it back across the middle. This time he connects. It's Hawkins. First down for the Warriors. And Emmett Hawkins is down right now as well. It was Gustafson in coverage as they tend to Emmett.
Yeah, that first of all, him being down is a big deal. But this is a really nice play off the play fake.
They check on Emmett. Coach Trusky and the training staff is out there. Dunn Sporting Goods has been the leader in creating custom apparel in the Milwaukee area since 1982. They're sponsoring all our kickoffs this year. Create t-shirts, team apparel, spirit wear, and more by screen printing, sublimation embroidery, and other ways. Small family business loves to create strong relationships with their customers that keeps them coming back year after year, keeping prices low and turnarounds quick. Dunn's Sporting Goods, 43 years of creating outstanding apparel. Concern now for Hawkins.
Yeah, they got a couple of big guys coming out to help him off the field. You know, when he went down, he pounded the turf pretty hard, like more than just the wind or something, but I don't want to speculate. He's getting up. We'll see. Andre Daniel is the trainer, and he's one of the best I've ever been around, so we'll see what comes of this.
A first team twice over. All NAC honoree, 14 touchdown receptions last year. Made the catch for a first down coming across the field.
And see what happens there.
Tough from that angle, but he was in pain the minute he was taken down. Best electric service first down catch for Hawkins. And the Warriors trying to get on the board here, down 20-0.
So who do we have in? Let's see.
So you're going to have Mears to the near side. You've got Gordon out there to the far left side. Bennett Reeder, a junior wideout out there as well. And it's going to be Reeder. Had to go down to his knees to make the catch. And in college football, that's one of the rules. That is still a rule. You hit your knees on the turf and the play is deadened right there. So no gain.
89 in the game.
Johnson in at tight end. There is weaponry there with Hawkins being tended to.
Yeah, that's one thing fortunate for us. We have a lot of offensive skilled players.
Hygis scampering, lowering his shoulder, and inside the red zone, it's another first down for the Warriors. The Legacy Insurance Colin Amack agent representing Auto Owners Insurance red zone, to be exact. Juan Lomas, the freshman, takes down Liam Hygis.
And the hole, the designated hole, was closed. He just slams his foot in the ground, bounces to the right, and gains another 9 yards.
Quincy's going to keep it. Reams lowers his shoulder down near the 10-yard line.
Quincy did a great job there as well. He was thinking he was going outside, but Scholastica did a nice job getting upfield, and again he planted it and drove straight ahead. That was a nice read on his part.
Hutchinson on the stop for the Saints with under 8 minutes to go in this half. Warriors trying to get on the board. They've turned it over a couple of times, and the Saints have moved the ball pretty freely so far. High snap. Hygis probing his way to the left side and stomping his way to the Warriors' first touchdown of the 2025 season for Liam Hygis. He gets his squad on the board. 7:40 to go first half.
And that, honestly, is exactly what the doctor ordered. That kind of a drive to come down the field, overcome at this point the Emmett Hawkins injury, and just bring it down the field. And offensive line did a nice job, and Liam was Liam. He just he made the plays that you expect out of him.
8 touchdowns last year as a freshman, and number 1 of his sophomore season. Lair, his first collegiate PAT. Devin Lair out of San Antonio, taking over for Arnulfo Ortega, caps it off after the Hygis touchdown scamper.
I'm telling you, that was such a big drive and such a big touchdown, because there was just kind of a pall over the group because of being surprised at how this start was. But you can just see it. The energy on the sideline is elevated right now. I think you may see a different Warriors team on both sides of the ball moving forward.
7 plays, 56 yards, just over 3 minutes here in this second quarter. Burgess is back, and he's there with Javon Williams. Well, that is exactly what the doctor ordered. That's what the Warriors needed. Yep. They had been punched a couple of times, and to continue using that boxing analogy, took a couple of body blows early by the Saints in this first half, and finally able to throw one of their own.
Yeah, they really did. And, you know, the trick play that they had was very well executed, but you're not going to live and die in trick plays. So I think if we can begin to control the line a little more, from a defensive standpoint, I think we're going to be fine.
So the Warriors will kick off. And Lair, end over end, and it's Williams. Makes the catch in front of his face mask. Javon Williams has had a great first half and a solid return out near the 30-yard line, setting up the Saints.
It was good kick coverage. Good kick coverage on that, because that ball got down there quickly.
Dunn Sporting Goods kickoff, and the Saints will begin just outside their own 30-yard line. Warrior defense will try to bow up here midway through this second quarter. Give it back to that offense.
It's nice to see Martin back out there, ready to play.
David West, 4 out of 11 through the air for 99 yards. Oh, by the way, he's caught a touchdown pass as well. This is Burgess, swarmed under and taken down in the offensive backfield. Layson handwork leading the charge for the Warriors. Davion Towns finished it off.
What a great start to this drive. Just scored a touchdown, and now we take them for a loss on the first down play.
Saints with a negative play. Haven't had a lot of negative plays, shy of a couple of penalties. Fake the inside handoff. Favors the catch.
Right.
Short gain. Got the penalty yardage back +2. Korb and Namutenda on the stop. It's a gain of 7.
Yeah, really good job. Defense rallied on that play. There were multiple people making the tackle. It looks like we got our nickel group coming in. I know they're kind of excited about this group of guys.
And now we'll have a timeout. Timeout is taken. This will be a Warriors timeout, the first timeout that they have called here in this opening half. And as we look ahead to halftime, had a chance to sit down with Drew Mears, talked about his work as a wide receiver, as a punter. He's a captain on this squad, a real leader. We talk about the importance that he has placed on his efforts off the field. He leads a student-led Bible study initiative on campus, and that's what we're going to do this year as we take you behind the scenes of Warriors football here on My24 and WLCSports.com. Tell some of the stories of these young men that we're seeing in uniform right now, and we'll tell the story of Drew Mears coming up at halftime as Mears is looking over the shoulders of Quincy Reams and Liam Hygis.
He's such a fun player because he's really an athlete. I mean, wide receiver, punter, very versatile young man.
3rd down and 8. Big play here with
one.
6:22 to go in the second quarter. Scholastica 2 out of 5 on 3rd down. Here comes the pressure. He gets it away. Williams, a fingernail grab. Javon Williams down the far sideline, still on his feet, breaking tackles and finally pushed out by Bryson Namutenda. What a conversion for the Saints, and what a catch by Javon Williams.
Yeah, that's the same play that they ran earlier going the other direction. Just kind of a nice little screen play. And we had a chance, again, early to make that a positive defensive play, but good play on their part.
Here's a quick inside draw play. Steven Jackson. First time we've called the freshman's name as Williams gets a brief breather, and understandably so. 2nd and 10 upcoming. Got to give number 20 a break sometimes, I suppose.
Yeah. We got to bolster up right here and keep him out of the end zone.
Low snap to his left. West with time, and the lefty launches far sideline. The leaping attempt, and it's out of bounds. And that was Williams again. He is everywhere here in this first half. Coverage by Kaysen McFadden.
Yeah, he was all over him on that. That was a very well-thrown ball, but defender was right there.
So it's 3rd down and 10 after that massive conversion a few moments ago. That 45-yard catch for Williams on 3rd and long. St. Scholastica is going to burn a timeout. That will be their first timeout of this first half as well. They huddle things up around their first-year head coach, Matt Bremer. Let's go down to Wayne Chevy downstairs. Wayne?
After that at Hawkins, we saw him in obvious pain, came off the field, went to the tent, just got carted off, got a knee injury, will not return today. We'll have to wait and see what the extent of the injury is.
Wayne, appreciate that report. You kind of knew when he went down. Dennis, I always believe that a player will tell you the severity of the injury in the moment it happens by watching reaction. We're not going to speculate, but he carted off in pain, and we hope Emmett He'll be back in time for next week or maybe in a couple.
Yep.
There is weapons without him, though. Right now, the defensive weapons are out there. 3rd and 10. West comes back to the far side, and it's dropped. In and out of the hands of Andrew Burgess. One of the few things Burgess hasn't done well so far today on that little comeback route, the drop.
Yeah, they do a lot of throwback kinds of things. Even the screens, the way they're running them are throwback things. And then this was sprint out to the left, throw back to the right with some linemen leading the block. I think had he caught it, it could have been a positive play for him.
1 out of 2 on 4th down so far, and they're going for it 4th and 10. Just outside the Warriors' red zone. Donald West steps up, slips away, not anymore. Goes down and goes down hard. It's Anthony Hill Jr., the freshman from Georgia, his first collegiate sack, and it forces a turnover on down.
Yeah, what a great response by the defense. Just a great response. You see the pressure. Quarterback is rolling out in 57. He's going to remember that one. His very first one, he's going to remember that one. That was a good play.
4th down sack for the freshman, and he gets the attaboys from his team as the offense is out there. Liam Hygis, a touchdown scamper on their last drive. Trailed 20-0. Now down 13 with plenty of time to go and a couple of timeouts. And Hygis here poking and probing his way straight ahead near the 40-yard line.
So far, honestly, they don't have a good answer for Liam. I mean, they just don't. He's getting a good push from the offensive line, and then he's just seeing every hole that's there.
Plumlee made the stop for the Saints. He's had a pretty good first half here. We've called his name on a few occasions. 2nd down and 3. Reams going to toss it. Coming back, Gordon the catch. Jamil spinning his way out near midfield. It's a Warriors first down, brought to you by Best Electric Service. The escort to the sideline came from Austin Munt.
And right there you saw the speed that Jamil has. I mean, that was a burst right through the 2 blocks right there.
Four minutes to play. First half. 4 wide receivers. He'll keep it himself, pulls it back, scampers his way into Saints territory. Penalty flag comes in from the far side, stopping the clock at 3:46. Jeremiah Botts made the tackle, and it looks like this one is, you know what, I'm not even going to guess because I'm never good at guessing. Third penalty against the Saints this afternoon, 30 yards in penalty yardage. It looks like, the left hand of Jeremiah Botts on the face mask of the freshman quarterback Quincy Reams. And so the Warriors are in Saints territory and then some at the 31. Trying to make this thing a 1-score game at half. Hygis.
I think we should find out the stat for the most carries Hygis has had in a game, because I have a sense as this game unfolds he is going to set a record for that.
You're going to make me dig into the record book at halftime. All right. 2nd down and 6. Riding Liam Hygis here at this point of the ball game. 9 carries, unofficially 70 yards.
It's a nice first half.
Gordon and Mears to the right. Amac goes in motion. Hygis straight ahead. And just moving the pile inside the 25-yard line. And again, Botts, without the aid of a face mask that time, able to bring him down.
I like what our offensive line is doing right now. They really have gotten down into the trenches and are are really knocking the people out of the way. They've really gotten going right now in this second quarter.
.93 rushing yards for the Warriors. And adding a few more, Liam Hygis with a first down carry inside the 20-yard line. Legacy Insurance Group, Colin Amack agent representing Auto Owners Insurance as the Warriors enter the red zone.
I think that was the first motion we've shown today. And honestly, Scholastica didn't do anything with it, which I think Eric will use in the future as the plays roll along.
2 minutes to play here in this opening half. It is the 2-minute timeout, sponsored by Today's Dentistry. Warriors once down 20-0. They're within 13, and they're in the red zone when we return to Raabe Stadium.
Tim, I got all your policies here. Okay, nice. But what if... Covered. Nice. But what if... All set. But what if... Tim, I customized your insurance so you wouldn't have to ask what if. It's simple human sense. Nice.
Ask Insurance Producers Network in southeastern Wisconsin if auto owners make sense for you.
I'm ready for the sermon. Every chance I get, I gotta make it back to service. I'm just trying to listen to the preacher, but here come the deacon who be acting for a feature.
2 minutes to play. First half. St. Scholastica scored the first 20 points of this ball game. Quincy Reams, a couple of interceptions for the Warriors. Saints have been good. They've moved the ball at will, but for the second consecutive drive, the Warriors starting to instill their presence a little bit more.
Yeah, a different team this quarter right now.
First down and 10. High snap. Reams pulls it down. Hygis nearly had it stripped. I think it did come out. The far side official threw the beanbag down on the turf, but the Warriors fell back on it. I think Hygis recovered the ball. He's there with a lineman as well, and it's Wisconsin Lutheran possession. That was close.
Yeah, it was close.
This threw off the timing of everything.
It sure did. When we come up in a 3-by-1 setting, it's single coverage on the single receiver side with no safety over the top, and I'm certain that Eric is already paying attention to that.
Reeder, Gordon, and Mears to the near side. That's the trip setup. Quincy looks that way, and Reams will keep it close to the 15. It'll bring up a third down and long. Austin Munt, the senior linebacker from Deer River, Minnesota. Another tackle for him with under a minute to go. Both teams with a couple of timeouts left. You see those red hash marks under each team logo at the bottom of your screen. That tells you how many timeouts you got left. The clock continues to run here as they look to the near sideline.
A lot of time with the timeouts. He doesn't have to rush anything.
Third down and 8. 30 left in the half. Reams, toss. Gordon in space. Breaking tackles, trying to get out of bounds. Hit out of bounds. I don't see a penalty flag, but it stops the clock at 19 seconds.
Kind of a big decision here, whether he wants to get 3 or go for it on fourth.
A couple of juke moves there by Jamil Gordon.
Oh, yeah.
If you joined us late, Emmett Hawkins left with an injury. May have been a little face mask there or not. But Warriors lost Emmett Hawkins earlier in this quarter to an injury, and now Tresky and company wants to get things organized here. They'll take their second timeout. So as we reset Dennis, Warriors down 20-0. You lose Emmett Hawkins. You could really feel this place. It was the air taken out of it. Since then, though, the Hydges touchdown. Now they're here at the doorstep again. You feel like they've got some momentum back on the field, and maybe just from a psychological standpoint, if nothing else.
Yeah, I think so. And subsequent to that injury, defense started to play better, making stops. They made a couple stops on drives, and now they're in a position where, if they can come away with some points here and just close the gap even further, I think going into the second half, they're going to regroup and be fine. I think, I really believe St. Scholastica, because they didn't know what they were going to see, it took them a little while to get used to their style.
Again at halftime, had a chance to chat with Drew Mears. That conversation comes up at the break. First half recap. We'll give you some highlights. Maybe we'll look around the NAC as well. Concordia, Wisconsin opened up last night. Had a big win out in Pennsylvania.
Oh, I didn't know who'd they play.
Thiel College.
Okay, all right.
All right, fourth down for the Warriors. Fourth down and 7 to go. 1 out of 1 in fourth down situations in this half. Reams throwing, end zone, touchdown, Drew Mears. Fourth down conversion that goes for 6. And they've made it a one-possession game on the sit touchdown, Reams to Mears.
That's awesome. And again, he had single coverage over on that side. And just a nicely thrown ball, no safety help at all. Mears just went beyond.
He knew we were going to talk to him at halftime.
He did. Yes, he did. What a great end of the half. What an absolutely great end of the half for just the momentum to carry into halftime and then coming out.
Warriors running personnel out there for the PAT, and they're going to have to burn their final timeout. Just trying to get the personnel situation organized here.
You know what happens in that? You scored touchdown. Everybody's excited. They're jumping around, and finally somebody goes, "Aren't you supposed to be out there?" Yeah.
I thought you were going to be out there.
That's right.
Maybe we should both be out there. Impressive response by Eric Tresky's Warriors.
It really was. Just great. And you talk about growing as a football team. You get down 20. There are two directions you can go. Most likely down. But if you can go the direction that the Warriors have done and bring it back to a one-score game, I think there's a great character growth right there.
Out there for the PAT is Mikolai Amaya Overchuk. That's number 34, the junior out of the Wisconsin Dells, trying to cap off a 10-play, 68-yard drive. Drew Mears, the touchdown reception on 4th and 8. And Miko is good, and the Warriors have cut it to 6.
Great response. Great job. And, that extra point, there it is. Oh, yeah.
Dennis, I'm going to go back. First quarter, he underthrows Amac.
Yeah.
On a similar play, albeit on the other end of the
right.
field. That time, he put the touch on it to lead Mears, and it looks just like that when you do it that way.
And again, the kid's a freshman. He's going to learn on every throw and every play he makes. He's going to learn something.
Well, that is one thing. I don't know if we've really mentioned it, but there's so much upside with Quincy Reams that you do have to remember, just a freshman. There will be those freshman moments where you have to deal with it as a coach, as a fan, as a broadcaster, as a teammate, all that stuff. But the upside is
you got to live with it. Now he comes from a great pedigree, won a state championship last year, and so he's accustomed to winning, and he's got a winning attitude, so that's going to carry him a long ways.
Devin Lair The Dunn Sporting Goods kickoff here with 14 seconds to play in the first half, and the Warriors have closed to within 6 in a low squibber. And it's going to bound and be snagged after a couple of hops by Will Richardson. And he'll be taken down at the 30-yard line by the Warriors' Noah Salas, the special teamer from Arizona. 9 seconds left, 2 timeouts for the Saints. Their 20-point lead has been dwindled down to 6. We'll see what Coach Bremer and company want to do here in the waning moments of the first half. A tale of 2 quarters.
It certainly is. Doesn't look like they're going to sit on it. Looks like they're going to see if they can make something happen here. Now they are going to sit on it.
Williams on a little spin. And that will be the final play of the first half. Warriors once down 20-0 with 14 unanswered in that second quarter. An impressive response by the green and white, who took an early body blow by the visiting Saints. And they'll go to the break down 20-14. And Wayne Chevy is standing by with Eric Tresky. Wayne?
The first 23 minutes were not ideal. You look very calm now. What did you say to your offense as they were struggling early?
I tried to be calm then, too. I mean, honestly, we had the first pick, was a pretty good read. Colin got tripped up, fell, and the corner made a nice play. I'll give my hat to the corner, made a nice play. The second interception was really a bad choice by our receiver. Right? We have a pre-snap decision that he's got to make, and unfortunately we had our wires crossed. But overall, I felt like we did a nice job running the football. We were blocking well in screen game. It's like staying patient is the name of the game. I'm about to turn 40 on the 20th. I think our guys are trying to make me a little grayer faster than I'd like to be, but I'm proud of how we've answered.
And we had a couple of plays that were broken on defense. Speak to that and with the adjustments that are made there.
Well, the reverse, that was a nice call, right, with a throwback to the queue. They caught us in the call. Honestly, the biggest thing I want to see from our defense, I think we're fitting our gaps fairly well. Like our primary assignment, we're playing well. We're not flowing the football. We're like early on, we almost played it like it was practice, right? We're like, all right, we got my guy, he's about to fit it, and the play's over. We got to play through the whistle because these guys are good in the open field.
Thanks, Coach. Good luck in the second half.
Thank you very much, you guys.
Back to you.
Okay, Wayne, and thank you, Coach Eric Tresky. His squad certainly with some confidence as he sprints to meet them in the locker room. 20-14. We have reached halftime here in the 2025 opener for Wisconsin Lutheran College football. And when we return our halftime programming, my conversation with Drew Mears. He caught a touchdown in that first half. Late in that first half, we'll talk about the impact he is making off the field. One of the real leaders in this program and on this campus. So stick around for that and much, much more as we continue after this break. You're watching People's State Bank coverage of Wisconsin Lutheran College Warriors football, presented by Legacy Insurance Group.
The Northern Athletics Collegiate Conference, a collection of 14 private colleges and universities, is proud to be one of the premier NCAA Division III conferences in the Midwest. Our mission is simple but powerful: to put students first, support their academic and athletic success, and prepare them for life beyond college. The NAC is a model for what college athletics should be: competitive, balanced, and student-centered. We are proud of our past, excited about our future, and most of all, proud of the student athletes who make the NAC a launch point for future leaders.
Any news, Dan?
Not yet.
I love you.
We're here for you. Quick Trip.
This isn't just another college.
If you are looking for a university where the professors care about you, you can meet friends who have the same values as you, and you're going to be in a super fun area with a ton of student activities and fun stuff to do, then you want to go to WLC.
This is a place where you'll engage in Christ-centered academics and student life experiences that activate your potential.
Learning here at WLC is incredibly hands-on learning. You get a bunch of different experiences.
You can really balance academics with athletics or fine arts or any extracurriculars.
I don't think a single student here graduates without thinking that they are a Christian leader. You get everything when you come here. You get a wonderful community of people. You get endless opportunities.
WLC initially was just a college for me, but now it's a home.
Your greatest adventure starts here. Visit wlc.edu/purpose to learn more.
Welcome back inside Warriors Football Halftime Show. I am Scott Warris and so pleased to be joined in our Spotlight feature for this first halftime show of the season opener. The senior from Appleton, wide receiver / punter. It is Drew Mears. Drew, thanks for doing this. Appreciate your time as always. We had a chance to talk a little bit about who you are and your background last season. I want to get into some of that again as we talk this year. Let's take a step back for just a second. Where have you seen your most growth as a player, as a person, as a student at WLC from freshman year now to senior?
Yeah, a lot of people don't know this, but I actually started off as a quarterback my freshman year, but then I moved to receiver my sophomore year. Similar stories to Coach Tresky. I know Coach Tresky had a similar experience actually coming to WLC as well. Tresky started off as a QB and then went to receiver, so we kind of related in that way as well. And the transition has been going pretty good, you know, playing the last 2 years, seeing the field a lot, and it's been very good to gel with the QBs. You know, I really love our wide receiver coach, Coach Mello. He puts in a lot of work for us in the off season, and he's just very close with us in general. And I feel like our chemistry as a receiver group has been very good this year. So,
what's the biggest maybe piece of advice that Coach Tresky gave you early on when you were going through that positional, kind of transition? What's the best thing he said to kind of keep the spirits up and move on to a different element?
Yeah, probably the biggest advice that took place into effect my freshman year was I was kind of very tense, and but then going on to being a receiver, I was being able to, be more loose and then rely on my athletics and rely on my skills, and that really helped me in the long run and be on the field eventually. So yeah.
One of the things that I want to do here in a brief time that we have, halftime, is just kind of, all right, that's the on-field stuff, but you as a person, as a student, as a leader with the program, but also at Wisconsin Lutheran College, and the student-led Bible study effort has grown bigger and better, you might say, every year, probably since your freshman year, and you're a key cog of that. Take us through what's on tap this season for the student Bible studies on campus.
Yeah, so a little bit of background of myself. So I work for CMO, which is Campus Ministry Office. And basically CMO being working there, I also kind of am in charge in the Bible studies in a way. So we're changing it up a little this year. In previous years, we had student-athlete Bible study, which was great, we had it in the chapel. A lot of people would come. But we're changing it up a little bit this year. It's called Abide. And Abide is pretty much a small group, more intimate, and it would be kind of do it on your own kind of thing, because we've realized that, athletes, we have a lot on our plate. Our schedules are all different. So when we had student-athlete Bible study, a lot of times the basketball guys couldn't go because they had a game. So we're kind of doing, have our own different leaders, and then have the leaders be in charge of your own different Bible study.
Yeah. So you've got about a dozen groups or so of student Bible studies. So you're a leader of your group. What's your focus here early on in the semester in your group's Bible studies? What do you find to be most rewarding, and where do you want to go with it?
For sure. The most rewarding thing, I'd say the intimacy of it, having a smaller group. So my plan is we have about 12 guys in my group, mostly football guys, and we're going to play it around the Thursday night football. And, we all have the same common interest with football, and then we also, maybe at halftime or before or after the game, we're going to, dive deep into the scriptures, and, we're going to have it at our place, at our apartment. So it's a little more intimate, and we can get more into detail, and it makes the people a little more comfortable.
What's the biggest thing you have learned in these student Bible studies in different forms over the years? What have you gained from it personally?
I'd say my ability to just, be a witness, as a freshman and sophomore, I'm thinking like, oh, I can't, I'm not going to lead Bible studies, but eventually it got called to my role. I remember Seth asking me, do you want to be a partner with me to lead Bible study? And of course I said yes, because you can't say no to that, obviously, right? No. And at first I was a little nervous, but then after it was great, and I learned a lot, learned how to dissect the scriptures, and then teaching the scriptures really makes you learn from it even more. So that part of it made me learn more, and then as well as grow my strength in my faith.
And then passing that on to this year's freshmen and sophomores and whatnot, and building the leaders on the field and off. Senior Drew Mears, thanks for what you've given us as a wide receiver, as an excellent punter, and obviously as a Christian leader here at WLC. All the best the rest of the way.
Thank you so much.
That is Drew Mears. We'll continue more of our halftime programming as we continue. You're watching Warriors football.
Ding dong.
Mountain dude?
The mountain is calling.
Give me a mountain with lots to do. Give me the sunshine. Give me a dream. Give me something simple and true. All I need is sunshine and that cool, refreshing mountain dew. Yeah, give me the sunshine. Give me
We celebrate the athletes, the buzzer beaters, the record breakers, the wins. Now, it's time to celebrate the people behind it all, the advice givers, the community shapers, the game changers, the life changers. It's time to celebrate our coaches. Join all of us at BSN Sports and show your coach some love by sharing their story with #ThankYouCoach.
Welcome back live. Our halftime programming continues here at Raabe Stadium, where the Warriors are trailing the Saints of St. Scholastica 20-14. It really was, Dennis, a tale of two quarters. 20-0 Saints. Warriors respond with 14 of their own.
They sure did, and you could just tell again, I think there was a little bit of shell shock when the game started because they didn't know what to expect from St. Scholastica. And they came out very physical, and I don't know if they were expecting that. But then the second quarter rather, it was just a different tale.
Williams got the Saints on the board on their second possession. Quincy Reams has thrown a couple of picks. Warriors were threatening to tie it up. Little underthrown ball to Colin Amack. Saints would score off of it. Colin slipped a little bit on that play as well. There was the second pick on a miscommunication with Emmett Hawkins. Hawkins left later in the frame with a knee injury of some sort. This was maybe the play of the first half, the trickeration, the toss back to the quarterback, and West rumbled to the house.
Yeah, they did a nice job on every aspect of that, including the blocking of it.
And then this, West doing it again with his arms, able to connect with C.J. Favors down the sideline. So it's 20-0 at this point. Warriors have 2 turnovers. Give it to the freshman of the year.
Yeah, and that was just a great play. He read his blocks and just kept bouncing to the outside with some speed. And then he has single coverage on the outside for Drew Mears. And Drew had him by 3 or 4 yards, and he didn't underthrow that one. And all of a sudden we're back to 20-14.
6-point deficit, so the Saints controlling things early. Warriors taking a couple of body blows and stabilizing and coming back to score a couple of second quarter touchdowns. And so 20-14 is our halftime score. Warriors are trying to start the campaign 1-0 here in 2025. Next weekend they'll be on the road in Iowa, Storm Lake, Iowa, Buena Vista. And then a couple of weeks from now, we'll be back with you for homecoming and the rivalry with Concordia, Wisconsin, but work to do for the green and white, down 6 at halftime. Stick around. More from historic Raabe Stadium comes your way in 60 seconds. This is People's State Bank coverage of Warriors football, presented by Legacy Insurance Group.
The world is changing in powerful ways. You deserve an education that helps you meet the moment. Wisconsin Lutheran College. An academic and faith experience embedded in a close-knit community that activates your potential. Preparing you for life's critical moments so you can step into your unique purpose as a bold Christian leader. Take the first step at wlc.edu/purpose.
Celebrating Faith and Family Day here at Raabe Stadium for the Warriors in the opener with St. Scholastica. Weather has cooperated and then some. It is beautiful football weather the first Saturday in September as the green and white come barreling out of the locker room and back out onto the Raabe Stadium turf. And Dennis down 6 at the break. Let's peek ahead to the second half. You spent many years in that very locker room. What would be maybe your top message to your squad, to the Warriors squad, after what they showed there late in the quarter?
Well, I think an emphasis on the fact that I think when we settled down, because again, we were just a little surprised by how that start was. But when we settled down, we started playing better on both sides of the ball. So it's a matter of going out, and now with the confidence that we gained by scoring those 14 points, and we get the ball to start the second half. And, I mean, you defer in the first half so that when the second half rolls around, you know exactly what you have to do, and more importantly, you know what they're trying to do defensively against you. So I think this second half possession is pretty important, but the greatest thing is they got to keep their optimism going, and I think it's very high right now.
Other sign of the ledger, you're Matt Bremer. You were out to a 20-0 lead. You had momentum on the road. You had this crowd in check and the opponent a little stunned maybe even. And now you've allowed them back into this game. If you're Coach Bremer, what are your thoughts there?
Well, I think Bremer's main thought has to be dealing with Liam. Because Hygis, because when every time he got the ball, he basically gained minimum of 3, but he was getting at 6, 7, 8 yards a carry. And I think their game plan had to be, at least from a defensive standpoint, we've got to bottle him up and force the freshman to throw. And he'd emphasize the fact that he already threw 2 picks in the first half.
Just 73 yards on 11 carries. Javon Williams, 95, make it 93 on 11 for St. Scholastica. Warriors and Saints, second half comes your way next. Stick with us. More from Raabe Stadium. You're watching Warriors football.
Drive, discipline, passion, determination, focus, sacrifice, effort. The years on the football field have given me more than just wins. They've taught me values that are now at the heart of Legacy Insurance Group. At Legacy Insurance, dedication, hard work, and honor become real protection for families and businesses across Wisconsin. Legacy Insurance Group, driven to protect your future.
Banking and credit go hand in hand. So why are most bank and credit management apps separate? They don't have to be when you choose the People's State Bank app with built-in My Credit Manager. One app gives you total financial control to build your savings, check balances, even work on raising that credit score. So when it comes to banking and credit, choose the app that does it all. Visit bankpeoples.com today. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Quincy Reams, the freshman quarterback for the Warriors in that first half, 11 out of 15, 77 yards, 2 early picks, 1 late touchdown. Before we have our second half kickoff, let's check in with our sideline reporter, Wayne Chevy. He had a chance to chat with Saints head coach Matt Bremer. What did he say, Wayne?
Coach Bremer really focused on the fact that his guys played hard. He appreciated that. It's a long drive, and they did really well. He said it's all about fourth downs right now. They were unable to convert them. He goes, if they convert their fourth downs in Warrior territory, this is a completely different game. So he wants the offense, obviously, to continue to progress. They put up the 20 points. Now they've stagnated a little bit, so he's hoping that they can keep it going. Warriors are obviously going to try to do their duty. Coach Donovan, I'm sure, put some things in to put our guys in the right spot and make those tackles. It's going to be a fun second half. Back to you guys.
Yep, absolutely. Thanks, Wayne. Dennis, to Wayne's point, fourth down conversions in the first half. The Warriors, 2 out of 2, including a touchdown, right, on that second fourth down conversion. Meanwhile, St. Scholastica, 1 out of 3. Warriors in that red zone, 2 out of 2. So when they've had opportunities, they have capitalized with points.
Yeah, they have. I would say that if you want to do a better job on fourth down conversion, 4th and 20 probably is not the one that you want to go for it on, which I think they did on one of them. But, those conversions, third down conversions, we're 1 of 5. I think we want to improve on that for the second half in terms of a goal.
I'll toss you some numbers here. Total yards in the first half, the Saints with 297, the Warriors 178. A lot of that for the College of St. Scholastica was early. Rushing yards almost identical. Saints 104, Warriors with 101. Passing yards steeply in favor of the Saints at 193. Both starting running backs have been very good. Hygis with 73 yards and a score. Williams for the Saints, 93 and a touchdown. West with a touchdown passing for St. Scholastica. And again, the Warriors won the coin toss and deferred to this half. And that decision looms even more importantly now, the way they closed the second quarter. And we are just about set to go.
This will be a good second half. I think both teams are feeling like it's their game to win. And it'll be a fun second half of football.
A Dunn Sporting Goods kickoff to begin our second half with the Warriors back to receive. And the approach, and it's a little squibber, going to be taken by one of the upmen there. That's Jalen Pereira. And the sophomore for the minimal return, but the Warriors are set up in good shape at the 40-yard line.
Great place to start. First and 10 on the 40.
Again, for Wisconsin Lutheran College, their freshman quarterback, the first season opening true freshman quarterback in 11 years. Quincy Reams, 11 out of 15, a touchdown, 2 interceptions. Liam Hygis is out there, 73 yards on the ground and a score. And the Warriors with 14 consecutive points there in the second quarter, trying to continue the momentum here into the third. As we go left to right, north to south, and after all that lead up, delay a game. You can hear the collective disappointment and frustration from the sidelines with that penalty in that situation at that moment. So they'll start this second half on a 1st and 15 back at the 35. And again, Hygis in at tailback. Reams the quarterback. Hygis collared down near the line of scrimmage. A good stop there by the Scholastica front. Lasilla and Miller clogging up the middle and able to bring down Hygis.
Yeah, I think that's the first time they've got him for no gain.
Saints with a little confusion in the personnel department here. They're rushing a man on. That was Gabe Catchy that went sprinting off. Blitz is on. It was picked up. Hygis squirting his way ahead to the 40-yard line. Got the penalty yardage back from a few moments ago, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 10 for the Warriors here. A big spot early in the second half. Austin Munt with the tackle.
Yeah, I think it's clear that Eric is feeling very confident with Liam and wants to continue to run the rock. And in that 2nd and long situation, still felt very confident to give it to him and ended up getting about 6 yards on it.
So they got back that delay of game penalty yardage on 1st down. 3rd down and 10. Warriors just 1 out of 5 on 3rd down conversions in the first half. Look out from behind. Hit as he throws. The ball is out. It rolls out of bounds. That was a fumble. Big time pressure on the backside for the College of St. Scholastica, and Reams had the ball knocked out by Isaac Hutchinson.
I am wondering, I don't know where that where he came from, because he was there's a penalty.
Warrior offensive line thinking that same thing.
Yeah.
That's the first time today we've seen a free run at Quincy Reams.
Yeah. And I think it's a safety.
And the penalty flag picked up by Heath Powell and his crew. So the fumble is actually a loss of yardage for the Warriors.
So that was a corner blitz.
Loss of 7 yards, 4th and 17, and Saints get a 3 and out. That's exactly what Bremer and company wanted, knowing the Warriors would have the first possession of this second half. Burgess is back with Drew Mears. Great conversation at halftime. Hope you enjoyed the chat with Drew. On to punt. Good snap. Righty kicks this one end over end. Bounds at around the 32, and Burgess is going to let it bounce, and the Warriors are going to let this thing roll a little bit. And it'll be deadened inside the 20-yard line. In the opening couple of minutes of the second half, Saints with a 6-point lead. First possession now for the College of St. Scholastica. 297 total yards for the Saints, with 193 through the air, 104 on the ground in that first half. Donald West was 6 out of 15 for 150 yards. Also caught a 43-yard touchdown in that first half as well. And Javon Williams ran for 93 yards. And Williams closing in on 100 yards. Has about a 4-yard gain here on the first play of the half for them.
That was a nice gang tackle by the defense. Again, they had a nice opening. From our vantage point, you could see that hole open, but it closed pretty quick and a lot of guys around the ball.
West spins around in the backfield. Now the lefty winds up, throws deep, looking for Favors. Broken up and nearly intercepted by the Warriors. Connor Martin, he had more than any other Warrior a season ago, almost had his first of this season right there, and he thought he should based on that reaction.
Yep, really well covered. That was a nice throw by the quarterback as well, going to his right, being a left-hander. Oh, he almost had that one.
3rd down and 5. Sidelines trying to urge this crowd to make a little noise. West steps up, throws, and connects. Favors bull rushed out at the 45-yard line. A 21-yard pickup on 3rd down. Best Electric brings us the first down.
West did a nice job on that, keeping his eyes downfield, even though he was getting pretty good pressure from the defensive line.
Saints were 3 out of 7 on the 3rd downs in the first half. Obviously converting their first one here just a moment ago. Fresh set of downs at the 45. Takes it out of the belly of Williams, keeps it himself. Not an easy man to bring down. Couple of stiff arms levied by Donald West. Vinton Martin escorted him to the sidelines. Close to another first down. The art of the RPO. Keep that thing in the belly as long as you can. Wait to make that decision until the very last moment. Keeps the defense off balance. They do give them 10. It's another best electric service first down for the Saints. And Williams to the outside this time.
Nice play there.
Strung out and brought down. Handwork was in there for the Warriors. Anthony Hill Jr. also was the initial hit, lost his helmet. He's going to have to come out for a play. Gain of 1, 2nd down and 9. Three by 1. West throws. Hits his slot man that time, Nathan Behrens, the sophomore from Watertown, Minnesota. Wrapped up by Korb. Brings up a 3rd down.
That was just a little look play. All three receivers on that side go down 5 yards, sit down, and he finds the guy that's open in the hole. And he got the ball out quickly.
Saints, a big 3rd down conversion a few moments ago. 3rd and 3 at the Warriors' 38. Give it to Williams. Big hole up the middle and more. Williams to the 10, to the 5, to the house. 38-yard touchdown run. You talk about a massive 3rd down conversion. If you thought the one a few moments ago was big, that one obviously even bigger. Sit mean, sit dog training brings us the Williams touchdown.
And you talk about a way to come out the second half. That's about as good as they could have possibly done.
Big hole, got to the 2nd level. And Connor Martin stuck in the back there, but didn't have the angle he needed. And so the Saints start the 3rd quarter and the 2nd half the way they started the 1st half, with a bang. And that one is banged through as well. PAT by Jacob Andrews. 7 plays, 81 yards, 2:53 off the clock. They did it quickly. 2 for 2 on 3rd downs. You had a 21-yard conversion on 3rd, and then that 3rd down right there, 38 for a score.
Yeah, that was really a nice drive because they mixed up the run and the pass, and they threw on downs that were more in the first half had been run downs for them. So that was a nice job on their part, and obviously we have to regroup a little bit in that and, again, settle down a little bit as we did in the first half.
Think back about what Wayne told us, that Saints head coach Matt Bremer told him coming out of the locker room in terms of trying to get some offensive flow back. That's exactly what they did right there. Came off a big defensive stop. Remember, the Warriors had the first possession, and then the Saints took it down.
Yeah, that was really a perfect start for St. Scholastica to the second half. Again, this is our time now to respond. We don't want to put ourselves in a 20-point deficit again.
You don't want to spot them 20 more and then try to have the comeback go. That would not be ideal from the Warriors' perspective. Down by 13. Connor Martin from the 12 to the 30 to the 40 and up near the 42-yard line, close to a 30-yard return by Connor Martin after the Dunn Sporting Goods kickoff. And the Warriors are set up in good shape. Special teams tackle credited to Cooper Kinneberg for CSS.
Yeah, Connor's doing just a wonderful job there. He's kind of filling in for Carson Kohler, but is doing just a great job, I think, returning the football.
Hygis in at tailback. Warriors 3 and out. And a little toss. Sweep action here for Jamil Gordon to the far side. He's ripped down at the 45. Thought there might be a horse collar situation there, but no penalty flag.
It looked like it could have been. But again, every time you see him running in open space, you get a good feel for his speed. He's just running by people that have edge on him already.
Sorry, Coach. Lomas on the takedown kind of did look, even on that replay, like he had some collar there. 2nd down and 6. Nose of the football at the 45 under sunny skies here. Upper 60s to take us through our Saturday of football. Here's Gordon on the near side in space, and once he gets past that initial man, in that case, I think it was Ashton Gross, then if you're a defense, you start worrying.
You do, and Coach Tresky talked about it at halftime about the great perimeter blocking we're doing on those quick screens, and that was another example. We just did a great job at getting hands on the defender and giving him just a crease to get through.
No Emmett Hawkins, lost to an injury in the first half. Gordon and others are stepping up, and Reams with all kinds of time, tossed to the far side. That's Bennett Reeder.
He did a nice job there looking downfield, because that was a kind of a check down throw. Wasn't where he was intending to go, but nothing opened up, and with a quick decision got it outside and still got 4 yards on the play.
And again, just a freshman, a true freshman. Decision making, right?
Yeah, that was very nice. You feel good about that as a coach.
2nd down and 7. 8:20 and counting in the third. This time Reams is going to take it out of the belly of Hygis. Gordon, his favorite target here the last few snaps. Not much going that time for Jamil. Give credit to the Saints. They swarmed him in space that time. Isaac Hutchinson was there. Christopher Rackner was there as well. A.J. Gross had a piece of him. It takes a village to bring down Jamil sometimes.
It goes against the grain for any player, but it probably would have been a better decision to just throw it out of bounds, because there wasn't much going on there. But again, it gave a great athlete in Jamil a chance to make something happen.
Warriors have converted only 1 third down this afternoon. This is a 3rd down and 8. And Reams
big blitz.
Steps up, gets away, lowers his shoulder. How close did Quincy get? I think they're going to move these chains. It is a Warriors first down, a strong run, and a concerted decision.
Yeah.
If you hesitate, you probably don't hit that hole.
Yeah, it's great. Great play. And if it's not a first down, I'm sure Eric's going to go for it at this point in time.
They've already moved the chains, haven't they? Well, they haven't moved the chains, but they've marked it as first down, and now the chain gang is moving.
There we go. Takes the pressure off a little bit.
I saw the referee, the line judge on the near side, come in and move the chains. And now Eric Tresky's going to have to burn a timeout because the chains were slow to move, and he's given an earful to the line judge on the near sideline.
Every right to. He had no idea if he was dealing with a 4th down or a first down.
That is exactly the conversation he's having right now. Timeout Warriors.
But they're sitting in a nice spot right now. 1st and 10 on the 37. Feeling good about it.
Whether business or pleasure brings you to the Milwaukee area, Sonesta Milwaukee West Wauwatosa offers an experience for all. Just minutes from the interstate, a quick drive from downtown Milwaukee provides an abundance of complimentary parking. Tasteful guest rooms provide a home away from home, over 6,000 square feet of meeting space, a variety of function rooms ready to be transformed for your unique gathering. For added enjoyment, Sonesta is just a quick drive to American Family Field, Pettit National Ice Center, Milwaukee County Zoo, Wisconsin State Fair Park, Mayfair Mall, historic Raabe Stadium. Sonesta Milwaukee West Wauwatosa, the home of the Warriors Hall of Fame ceremony. And we'll be there in a couple of weeks at the good folks at Sonesta. So Tresky and company got to burn a timeout here. 6:45 to go in the 3rd quarter, Dennis. And frustrating timeout. We chronicled that already. But let's go back a moment, because what Quincy gave you on the ground, what Quincy Reams gave you on the ground right there, is something that I know that they're going to look for, hopefully, for years to come.
Yeah, I think so too. And going into the game, that's, in our pregame meetings with the coaches, they were prepping us for that. And then when you watch film, you can see it.
You saw a moment ago, that was Emmett Hawkins on crutches, suffering what looked like a knee injury in that 2nd quarter. The veteran wideout unavailable, obviously, the rest of this game. And trying to rally his teammates from the sidelines now. 1st and 10 for his teammates. And in motion is Hygis. Reams will keep. And he's taken down at the 35. For the Saints, it'll be Brett Swiston on the stop. Couple yard gain there.
I think it's interesting to look at the little bit of defensive adjustment that Scholastica made. This time Mears was by himself, but instead of not having any safety help over the top, the safety is very well where he is right now.
Keith Johnson, the tight end, is split out wide to the near side. Part of that trips formation with Gordon and Mears. Hygis to the 31, a gain of 4. I was thinking that play a moment ago, memory serves, that was the first time they motioned Liam Hygis out of the backfield, I believe.
Yep. Just to see how they react to it, and honestly, they didn't do too much on that.
3rd down and 4. St. Scholastica, a touchdown here in the frame to re-extend to a double-digit lead. It was 20-14 at halftime. Now the Warriors trying to answer. Pressure, stepping up, now spinning out of there. Quincy Reams on the run. First down, Wisconsin Lutheran College to the 25. A best electric service first down run for Quincy Reams, taken down by Austin Munt.
And that's what they were telling us about, his abilities. You see him spin out of this thing, getting pressure, spin, take off. It's hard to coach that one.
Munt on the tackle, one-on-one with Quincy Reams. 1st and 10, Warriors knocking at the red zone door. Trying to ride Liam Hygis there. Down to the 24-yard line for a short gain. Hygis closing in on 90 rushing yards right now. Carson Kohler scratched. He was a game-time decision with a back. You saw Tywin McKinney get a series in that first half. Otherwise, it's been a steady diet of Liam Hygis in the backfield.
And it looks like Scholastica's done a nice job thus far bottling up Hygis a little bit, but we'll see how it progresses.
Reams to throw. Johnson in and out of his hands. Slant inside the 20, and he couldn't make the play. Hutchinson there.
It was kind of a low throw. It would have been a challenge to make the play and get his balance up and get some yards, but possibly catchable.
6'1", 225-pound target, Keith Johnson. Senior from Amarillo. 3rd down and 9 now for the Warriors. They've converted on their last 2 third downs. From the 24. Reams on the run, throwing end zone. He's got his man. Touchdown, Warriors, Jameel Gordon. And Reams hits him, and the Warriors answer the Saints strike with a sit touchdown of their own.
What a nice play. He's rolling to his right with pressure, but again, keeping his eyes downfield. So oftentimes quarterbacks put their eyes down. He's looking, and he's got a couple options down there. The biggest concern was that the other guy didn't deflect it.
That other guy was Bennett Reeder. Bennett was behind Jameel when he made the catch. Point after is blocked. Amaya Overchuk saw his PAT blocked by the Saints. It's a 7-point game. Looks like Gabriel Catchy on the deflection. So both teams now in this ball game have failed to convert a PAT. Let's take another look at that touchdown on the run.
That was a good view of it because you could look right in the eyes of Quincy, and he was just doing such a good job at looking at the field and seeing who's coming open. And those are hard to defend. When you're coming from across the field as a defender, it's hard to get in a good position on that sometimes.
Jameel Gordon a season ago, 73 catches, only 3 for touchdowns. as the Warriors go 11 plays, 59 yards, taking 6:15 off the third quarter clock. And as I said, most importantly, answer the Saints strike and pull within 7 after the blocked PAT.
That was an important drive. Just to not find yourself down like they were for much of the first half.
Lair, the freshman, is on to kick off, a Dunn Sporting Goods kickoff. Burgess and Williams are back. There's significance in that missed PAT, Dennis. We'll get to that in just a second. On this end over end that Burgess is going to take at his own 6-yard line. And straight ahead, has a little crease, has a little seam, and the Saints' number 7 is taken down by the Warriors' number 7, Demarius Lewis. Back to that PAT that the Warriors had blocked. Warriors and their prior all-world kicker, Arnulfo Ortega, had converted 73 consecutive PATs before that one was blocked.
Wow,
you got to go back to
yeah.
2022, the last time the Warriors were unable to convert a PAT. That operation, that entire process,
new kicker, new snapper.
And an X factor for the Warriors.
Yep.
And so they trail by 7. Williams on the carry, straight ahead. Saints go back to their bread and butter, and it's a good gain of about 7.
A little bit of counter that time. I think that was the first time that we've seen this wrinkle offensively out of Scholastica.
Handwork on the tackle. Williams is averaging over 9 yards per carry. I mean, if you're St. Scholastica, feed that.
The ball.
They do again.
Yeah, it feels like it too. Just watching it, it feels like he's doing that.
Stood up near the first down. We'll see if they move the chains. They will. It's a best electric service first down for the College of St. Scholastica.
I think defensively, one of the big things we need to do is do a better job on first down, putting him in second and long situations.
Incomplete, looking for Burgess. Went with the pass and the run-pass option right there. Stops the clock at 2:50 in the third. Warriors were down 20-14 at halftime. Each team with a touchdown in the frame. Second down and 10. Williams into Warriors territory. Again, averaging 9+ per carry. That one goes for about 8 and sets them up in third and very, very manageable. Davion Towns, the defensive lineman, on the tackle.
He's a nice back. There's no doubt about it, and their line's doing a nice job for him.
This time in the backfield, spinning and going nowhere. Again, it was Williams. That time the Warriors were stout to make the stop of Javon Williams. Going quickly here.
Going quick.
4th and 2 to the line. The Saints, hard count by West, trying to draw the Warriors off. Still 20 on the play clock. And they're looking over at their sidelines and their offensive coaching staff. 13 on the play clock.
I wouldn't be surprised to see him punt it here. I think they're in question on what they want to do here.
Warriors trying not to flinch. West is going to take the snap, give it to Williams. First down and more. Inside the 30. Ankle tackle by Sam Elke may have saved a touchdown. 2 big third down conversions, and now a massive 4th down conversion for Williams and the Saints.
Yeah, and essentially the same play that they scored the long touchdown on a little while ago.
Elke got a shoelace, or else Williams may be in the end zone again. From the 30, West to throw, near side, looking for Burgess. Penalty flag comes in. Looks like they're going to get Namu Tenda on pass interference.
That looked like a fair call, based on seeing it real time. Maybe on replay we'll see it differently.
Heath Powell is our referee. Good crew here at Raabe Stadium for the opener. It's only the third Warriors penalty. This PI on Namutenda. Saints in the red zone. Brought to you by Legacy Insurance Group, Colin Amack agent, representing Auto Owners Insurance.
It's a nice job there on defense.
Gabe Cole. We saw Gabe go down in that first half, had to be helped off. Good to see him back out there. He's a big body.
Yeah, he is.
Number 99, 6'3", 265, still an underclassman, only a sophomore.
Yep. Got a lot of good young guys on that defensive line.
And some depth there as well.
Yep.
Second down and 7 for the Saints. Working towards the north end zone here at historic Raabe Stadium. Williams looking for a crease, finds it, and spins his way inside the 10. Goal to go for St. Scholastica.
And again, he's the similarity with Hygis regarding him, that back, is that he just does a nice job at not necessarily running to the hole, but running to the open space.
He also shares with Liam the fact that he's a sophomore as well.
Oh.
So that'll be the end of the third. A fast-moving third quarter. Both teams with touchdowns. Saints are threatening, though, inside the Warriors' 10 as we head to the fourth quarter of the season opener. It is St. Scholastica 27, the Wisconsin Lutheran Warriors 20. Fourth quarter is next. You're watching People's State Bank coverage of Warriors football, presented by Legacy Insurance Group.
At People's State Bank, the word of the day is nest egg. Okay, that's 2 words, but it shows how fast things add up when you deposit your money with us. From our Super Saver account that pays competitive interest to interest-bearing checking and CDs, the means to help you grow your savings is all here, along with perks like surcharge-free ATMs, 24/7 digital banking, and a handy, secure app that lets you bank right from your phone. Visit bankpeoples.com and get started today.
Drive, discipline, passion, determination, focus, sacrifice, effort. The years on the football field have given me more than just wins. They've taught me values that are now at the heart of Legacy Insurance Group. At Legacy Insurance, dedication, hard work, and honor become real protection for families and businesses across Wisconsin. Legacy Insurance Group, driven to protect your future.
Head coach and offensive play caller Eric Tresky with his freshman quarterback Quincy Reams there on his right. Right now, though, it's on the Warriors defense with the Saints of St. Scholastica, a 1st and goal at the 6. And this is Williams breaking tackles, spinning his way towards the goal line for a Saints touchdown. Brought to you by Sit Mean Sit. Second touchdown of the half for CSS.
Yeah, Williams is not a big guy. Williams is not a big guy, but boy, he's a physical runner.
Extra point is good. So, to the credit of the visitors, they have been able to answer. They've been able to punch back. And Williams on the ground, able to punch that one through.
Yep.
66 yards covered in 9 plays in just under 4 minutes. To the situation now, Dennis, and there's still 14:55 to go in the fourth quarter.
Time, yeah.
But to the situation now where at some point you're going to need a stop.
Yeah.
And it's offensive time right now, but as D coordinator Steve Donovan gets a chance to huddle up his side of the ball here, they're going to need a stop at some point, and it comes down, quite frankly, and may very well, you see Donovan on the left. may very well come down to just the ability to stop Williams at some point, because he has been almost unstoppable in this game. Yeah,
he has. You know, we may see a little bit more stunting out of our Warriors defense just to disrupt the play, because right now they're able to give him the ball, get a little push from the offensive line, and then he finds the crease and does a nice job with it.
Williams, the sophomore, with 188 in the rushing yard department. Martin from his 10 along the far side and across the numbers, and leveled out across the 25 for a return of about 16 or 17 yards. And now penalty flags come in. And we'll see what this is all about. Warriors wouldn't mind a little assistance here if they want to tack on a few yards on the return.
Looks like St. Scholastica is moving back a little bit.
Like Heath Powell with an initial indication. Although they're talking now with the Saints coaching staff and Coach Bremer over there. Looks like he is deciding one way or another, and Bremer's saying, what are my options? What are my choices?
Yeah, it looks like they're moving him back.
Talking with Ron Taplin over there.
Oh, that's a better return right now.
15-yard penalty will be added to the end of the return. That's number 29's first unsportsmanlike counter for the game.
Steven Jackson, unsportsmanlike after the Dunn Sporting Goods kickoff. Warriors will take it.
Ty Wynn back in the backfield.
McKinney.
Oh boy.
And now another penalty flag comes in. And this one against the Warriors.
Number 71. 5-yard penalty remains. First down.
He's excited, aggressive. He's ready to roll on the first sound and got off a little early.
Jake Krieger, the freshman from West Allis. He's a good one. They're high on him. So 1st and 15. Trips to the left. Quincy Reams is going to keep it himself. He got back the penalty yardage. The biggie 2nd and 10 for the Warriors.
Yeah, it's designed all the way. He's just given a little glimpse to the receivers on the left and then fully intended to take it and get it upfield. They got all the yardage back, so they're just sitting at a 2nd and 10 right now.
Shotgun formation. Amack in motion right to left. Trying to hit Tywin McKinney out of the backfield, and Reams does. And then Tywin, tight rope, far sideline to the 48-yard line. Ian Strews shoved him out. And the Warriors are in 3rd and manageable here after McKinney's catch out of the backfield. Reams is now 17 out of 22 in the passing game today. A couple of picks way back early on in the first half. He has thrown a couple of touchdowns.
He's really made some good decisions. I mean, the picks glare at you, but he's made some good decisions.
Facing a 14-point deficit here. A lot of time left. Blitz picked up nicely by McKinney. That is allowing Reams to squirt through and race inside the Saints 40. Tywin McKinney throwing a great block. Reams got the helmet knocked off, so the Warriors quarterback's going to have to come out on the next snap. McKinney picking up that rushing Saint, springing Reams, and lost his helmet, and he's got to come out. And so here is Nate Griffith, the senior quarterback, who's got to come in and take this snap. By rule, you lose your helmet, you got to come out for a play. 1st and 10 from the 39. 2 minutes gone in the fourth quarter. Griff to throw. He finds Mears. That's a captain to captain connection, and it's down to the 28. It's a gain of 11. Griff's going to come out. He's 1 for 1. He did his job.
That's a great play. I mean, he comes cold off the bench, hasn't thrown anything for a long time, and completes his first pass. That's a great play out of Griff.
Griff and Mears, they're both captains. They're roommates as well, so they certainly have that combination.
They got a chemistry going.
Yep. All right, 1st and 10 inside the 30 of the Saints. Helmet refastened. Quincy Reams back on the field and takes the shotgun snap. And Tywin McKinney, big hole up the middle. Breaking tackles. Tywin McKinney inside the 5-yard line. 25 yards. Hard yards for McKinney. Gustafson saved a touchdown.
They stunted the linebacker, so there was nobody there at all to make a play on him. And plus he runs through an arm tackle. And I understand he even lost a little weight coming into the season this year, and he still looks like a physical guy.
They're in the Auto Owners Insurance red zone, and for the first time, we see McKinney and Hygis now, both in the backfield, flanking Reams on either hip. 1st and goal from the 4, and Quincy will keep it himself after faking the handoff there to McKinney, and he leans forward for a short gain. 2nd and goal.
Yeah, that's a nice look for them down here. That 2-back set in the deep red zone.
Both block well. We saw McKinney pick up that blitzer a few minutes or moments ago, and Hygis, of course, a physical back and block. 2nd and goal from the 4. Warriors needing a touchdown here, and Coach Bremer sprinting. Look at the 40 speed from the visiting coach down to the 5-yard line. He wants a timeout before the Warriors can snap this football. So we have a timeout taken by the Saints. Let's check in with our sideline reporter, Wayne Chevy.
What a testament to Nate Griffith, right? Senior quarterback in a competition coming into camp. Maybe as the incumbent was thought to be the one. Freshman comes in, starts over him, but he's ready to play, right? What a great thing as a captain, and then completing a pass to go along with it. So just a great testimony to who he is and what he's all about and what he means to this team. Guys?
No, you nailed it. I mean, we talk to Eric Tresky about number 6, and he raves about the person and the character that's a senior quarterback. It was a quarterback battle in camp, and the freshman won it out. Keep in mind, a couple of years ago, Griff lost out in camp to Bryce Barbie.
Right.
And so, you go through that. It can damage one's confidence, but you would never know it. You got to be ready. He was there on that moment
Absolutely.
ago.
That's just a wonderful play and a testament to the kind of person he is. He was ready to play when called on and not pouting on the sidelines.
And encouraging Bryson Knight Namutenda on the sidelines. All right, 2nd and goal. Both teams with 2 timeouts remaining. Reams, handoff, McKinney, trying to break through ankle tackles, trying to push that pile. He will to the 1. It'll be 3rd and goal from the 1.
Again, just a hard run. I mean, because there was a lot of bodies there. Just a hard run.
Like Liam Hygis, McKinney does not go down easy. 5'9", 210.
Yep.
And he has trimmed down, like you said a moment ago, Dennis.
Yep.
Warriors 5 out of 10, but 4 for their last 4. Saints still rushing defenders on the field. 3rd and goal from the 1. Touchdown! McKinney pays it off. Tywin is in. And it's back to a 1-possession game with a ton of time left. That touchdown sponsored by Sit Mean Sit Dog Training.
And all eyes are probably on the extra point right now.
Mikolai Amaya Overchuk trying to finish off after McKinney finished that one off.
I'm glad you handled that name.
They call him Miko. If you
good.
Just want to go
Okay,
Miko.
that's from now on. It's Miko.
Got his last PAT blocked. This one crosses the line cleanly, crosses the crossbar, and it's a 7-point game. The Warriors answer. That was a really impressive drive, doing it with different members of the offense, although McKinney with the touchdown.
And look at that push on the offensive line. That was just outstanding. It was completely walled off. Tywin had to just simply bring it across the goal line.
The junior with his first touchdown. Didn't have one last year. 8 plays, 58 yards, taking 4:21 off the fourth quarter clock. And now, sorry, Coach, but now it's something we talked about before. At some point, the defense is going to have to bow up.
You bet.
You're down 2 scores. Now you're just down 1. You got to find a way to give it back. Still in a 7-point ball game.
Yep. Be a nice time for a turnover. Something just to disrupt the flow, change the field position.
Saints have not turned it over today. They have been ball strong. Warriors with a couple of first half interceptions.
Yeah, I think the Saints are playing a very, very good, clean first game.
This will be Lair on the kickoff, and Williams, Mr. Everything from the 10. Angling it, center of the field, and a 15-yard return to the 25 of the Saints. After the Dunn Sporting Goods kickoff, the Saints will have it 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
That was a real nice play by Vetch coming in on the tackle in there.
Saints have rushed for 212 yards this afternoon. Williams has 188 of them, averaging 9 per carry. He's got 3 scores. West, give it to Williams. Why not? Gain of 2, maybe 2.5.
Towns did a nice job at folding down from the defensive end position and just collapsing the play.
Second down and 8 for Coach Tresky's Warriors. Donald West, little sidearm flick out of the left hand, and it's incomplete. He was looking for Burgess. There was traffic there. Nevad and Martin were in the vicinity. It was a tight window, and they couldn't connect.
Huge third down.
Third down and 8.
Huge third down.
Looked like Nevad may have gotten a fingernail on that actually on the replay. 5 out of 10 for the Saints on third downs today. Third down and 8. 15 on the play clock. Burgess is going to go into the slot on the left side. West steps up. Another flick of the wrist. This time he's able to connect with his target out to the 39-yard line. 3rd and 8, and they got a dozen. Nevad on the tackle. It was Behrens, the sophomore. He's looked to him only a couple times today, but this one successfully.
Yeah, big conversion. That was a momentum conversion.
Kind of an interesting release point.
Yeah, he does.
West. You haven't really talked about that.
Lefties always look a little funny, but he's throwing kind of low.
Now on the ground, Williams squirted out of the initial handwork tackle attempt and then got an extra 1.5 yards or so after that. Closing in on a 200-yard season opener. Mayak be warned, right?
Yeah, these guys are a good football team.
Javon Williams is coming for you. West hit as he throws. Rainbows far sideline, and it's incomplete. He was looking for C.J. Favors. Vinton Martin was there in coverage. The hit coming from D'Angelo Amaya. And that'll bring up, stop me if you've heard this before, a third down. And again, this crowd and that Warrior sideline trying to do what they can from their position at Raabe Stadium. 3rd and 6. And out of the shotgun. And West over the middle again, and this time cannot connect. Again, he was looking for Behrens. Martin in coverage. It's 4th and 6. Decision time for Bremer. They're on their side of the field, so here comes the punting unit, and the Warriors get the stop they so sorely needed.
And great pressure. The pressure was coming where he couldn't sit back there comfortably and wait for the guy to open up. Andrews
on the punt. Martin, who was in coverage, lets it bound. It goes out of bounds, and the Warriors are going to start this drive at their 5-yard line. Connor Martin, tough decision right there. You're kind of angling it towards the sidelines. Momentum taking you there. He's so good in the return game. That a tough result.
Well, that was a big punt. Big punt. Had good hang time. They were getting down on him real quickly, and he had to kind of run quite a ways to even get that thing.
So the Warriors are down by 7 here in the fourth, and 95 yards away from a potential tying score. A couple of timeouts in their back pocket. Quincy Reams. All right, young man, here we go. He's going to keep it himself, just looking for some real estate. And squirts out across the 5, maybe got a yard or 2 at the very most. On the ground today, that rushing department, Reams has gone for 50, Hydges for 83. They've got 170 as a unit.
Which is a nice rushing day. But they're going to need some more of it now for the last 8 minutes of the game.
2nd down and 8 with 8 to play in the game. Trying to come back from 20 down at one point are the Warriors. This time Quincy Reams elected to keep it, and the Saints would not be denied. They were not fooled on that RPO. A pair of white-clad defenders bringing them down. Plumlee was one of them.
And that was a little slower in the backfield. You can the whole thing just took a little bit longer, and that allowed the Scholastica guys to converge on the ball.
Nathan Miller was the other along with Plumlee. So it's 3rd down.
You got to be aggressive, but you got to be smart down in this part of the field.
Loss of 3. It's 3rd and 11. The shadow of their own goalposts. Quincy Reams with time across the middle. Gordon was in the vicinity, overshot him. Lucky it wasn't picked off that time by Ashton Gross. A.J. Gross, they call him. So it's 7:10 to go. Warriors will send out the punting unit, and Drew Mears is going to have to keep an eye on those heels after that one fell flat. Might have been something there with Gordon, just overshot him a little bit.
Yeah, this is a big punt now. Just number one, get a clean snap and then get it out, but importantly also to get some good coverage on it.
Burgess is standing at the Warrior 48. Mears gets this one away. Bouncing, Burgess is going to let this thing roll, and the Warriors will say, we'll take it. We appreciate it. And it will be downed at the Saints side of the 50 near the CSS 48-yard line. Exactly 7 minutes to play in the fourth. Warriors down by a score and a PAT, a touchdown and a PAT to be exact.
That was a 50-yard punt. That was a great effort. That was very good from where they were sitting. To get them on this side of the field is a big play.
Drew Mears, one of the best punters in this snack. Williams on the ground. You'd really be surprised at this point, or I would be anyway, if they really go away from that.
Yeah.
Right? From Williams at this point, he has been able to do a little bit of everything, closing in on 200 rushing yards for the sophomore, and that time he got about 4.
Everything is on their side right now. They've got 6.5 minutes left. Run the ball. The kid has been this is an illegal formation right here if they both go downfield.
Or is it? Here's a toss. Coming back, making the catch, C.J. Favors, and he sits down at the 35. 16-yard connection. There is no penalty flag.
He was covered up. That's illegal formation.
Connor Martin on the hit. They play on as we approach 6 minutes to play. Best Electric brings us our first downs all season long. Warrior defense trying to bow up and give their offense another opportunity in a one-score game.
They are in no hurry. They are using every bit of the clock they can right now.
Trying to get Matt Bremer his first collegiate head coaching victory. And with Williams surpassing 200 rushing yards now, he takes it near another first down, close to the 25-yard line. Just shy of the marker, McFadden and Nevad on the stop. Steady diet of number 20.
Yeah, there's no reason to go away from him. He's giving you everything he's got, and he's averaging 9 yards a pop.
Coming up on 5 minutes. And again, Williams hit in the backfield. It looked like Davion Towns got into that backfield and then helped to spin him down. Handwork, and Gabe Cole kind of finished him off.
If they could somehow get this into a no conversion here, this would be a big play right here.
Third down and 1, maybe even just under a yard. 15 seconds on the play clock. This thing won't be snapped for another 6 or 7 seconds, or I don't know what I'm talking about. Here's the handoff to Williams. They snapped that thing earlier than I thought they would. He picks up a first down anyway.
You were right on your thinking. They went a little early, I think. But
Handwork with another tackle. Layson, who led this team in sacks and tackles for loss a season ago. Best electric first down.
The clock is definitely in play right now as far as the importance of figuring out when to call a timeout if you need to, just to ensure yourself a chance for the ball.
West will toss and connect. Behrens. About a gain of 9, close to 9.5. It'll be second down and short. Connor Martin on the stop, so they do go to the air.
Yep.
Behrens has been pretty nice here in this fourth quarter for them.
Yeah, he has, and that was a fairly safe throw, like almost a long handoff in some ways.
Auto Owners Insurance Red Zone. That's where the Saints are at the moment. Everybody looking up at that clock, continuing to drain as much as they are looking down on the field. Second down and short, 2nd and 1, we'll call it. Saints in no hurry. They snap it at 2. They're going to go deep. They're going to go in end zone, and it's incomplete. Favors the intended target, and again going to the air on 2nd and short.
Editorial comment, but that's kind of a dumb call at this point in time. Use the clock. It's to your advantage all over the place.
So now it's 3rd and short. Warriors thinking, thank you very much. At the 13. Big moment in the game.
Need something here.
Williams running, strung out, breaking tackles, end zone, touchdown. The 4th rushing touchdown for Javon Williams. He is having an historically great season opener for the St. Scholastica Saints. It is 40-27. A sit means sit touchdown for the visitors, and number 20 again. What a day.
Yeah, he really is, and you could see right there he ran through an arm tackle. As we mentioned earlier, not a big kid, but he's a physical runner.
The PAT is up. It is good. It is 41-27. 14-point game. And the clock, as big an enemy as the Saints are right now for the Warriors. Dunn Sporting Goods has been the leader in creating custom apparel in the Milwaukee area since 1982. They create T-shirts, team apparel, spirit wear, and more by screen printing, sublimation embroidery, and other ways. Small family business loves to create strong relationships with their customers and keeps them coming back year after year. With in-house screen printing and embroidery, they're able to keep prices low and turnarounds quick. Dunn Sporting Goods, 43 years of creating outstanding apparel. Tough time for an 8-play, 52-yard touchdown drive from the Warriors' perspective, and from the St. Scholastica Saints' perspective. They gave up momentum in that second quarter, but they've been able to play even with the Warriors since then, much to the delight of Bremer and company, and they are 3-0-2 away from starting the Bremer era off with a W.
Yeah, they like we said earlier, they played a really clean game. No turnovers, which is remarkable for a first game of the year.
Here's Andrews on the approach. See if the Warriors can get something here in the return. Across the 20. The return man is Deshaun Wells. And he got to the 24. And it is crunch time and then some with 2:55 left, down by 14.
That extra 2-minute timeout is helpful in this situation, to have 3 timeouts, but we got to score a couple of times here in under 3 minutes.
Yeah, that 2-minute timeout, don't you dare call it a 2-minute warning.
No,
it was
no.
Instituted in college football last season, prior to last season. It, like I say, basically gives you an extra timeout.
Yeah. Look how deep the safeties are playing. They're going to let us have everything underneath and nothing over the top.
Reams got a throw. Liam Hygis, or Legis if you combine his first and last name, is the recipient. Short gain. Warriors got to hustle up to the line now.
Probably would have preferred to get out of bounds on that if he could, but he was pretty well penned in on that play.
Second catch of the day for Liam Hygis. 2.5 to play. Reams to throw in traffic, and he's intercepted. Ian Strews. That is his third interception here this afternoon. My goodness. Strews defensively, Williams offensively, etching their names in the history books for the Saints when it comes to memorable opening week performances. They've both been spectacular.
You'd have a hard time picking player of the game out of their team between those two guys. Those are two great games.
2:23 to go. Quincy Reams threw 2 first-quarter interceptions. Had been ball secure, this entire team has, since that point. But another pick when they could not afford to have an interception. Warriors again with a couple of timeouts left. The 2-minute timeout as well. St. Scholastica is going to keep this thing on the ground, I'm going to assume here, with Williams at 223 rushing yards. 29th carry for Williams right here to the 38. Coach Tresky is going to burn his second timeout. Warriors will be on the road next Saturday, Storm Lake, Iowa. They'll take on Buena Vista, a team they beat here at Raabe Stadium in their first ever meeting last year. A couple of weeks from now, Concordia, Wisconsin will be here. We'll talk about that matchup in our post-game show. There you have a huddle. Matt Bremer in the center of it. He was the offensive coordinator last year, got the promotion to the head coaching position, brought in a couple of new coordinators, and 2:17 away from getting a victory. And his team has played well.
They really have done a nice job. There is still time if we can utilize the timeouts like we are and get a stop, get a quick score. And then obviously we're going to have a special teams play of some kind to get it back right away. But we got an uphill battle. There's no doubt about that.
Saints have gone for 250 on the ground as a team. Warriors jumped into the neutral zone. Williams on the carry. Thought they may have gotten back in time, but not the case. It'll be offsides against the Warriors.
Offside. Defense. Number 52. 5-yard penalty. Remains.
There have not been many penalties this game. It's for an opening game, it's been really clean.
Penalties, to your point, Dennis. 5 now against the Warriors, 4 against the Saints. Second and a long one. Let's call it 2, shall we? Burgess in motion. Williams this time for one of the few, very few times, is taken down for a loss in the backfield. No surprise that lace and handwork comes off the bottom of that pile. That few, very few. In fact, I don't know if there has been a time when he's been taken down in the backfield, at least with a loss of that size.
Right. Used our last timeout, and we still have the 2-minute timeout coming up. So a stop here gives us that opportunity to get it back.
It'll be 3rd down and 3, a long 3 coming up. The Warriors have any hopes of pulling off something special here in the final 2 minutes or so. They're going to need to make this stop right here.
Yeah, again, this is one of those, it's a critical play.
Javon Williams, 30 carries, 225, 4 scores. 3rd down and 3. Barons, a little motion. Williams straight ahead, very close to that 1st down marker. Officials are coming in. We may have a measurement as we've reached the 2-minute timeout. A little drama perhaps building here. Looks like he may be short of the marker. It is the 2-minute timeout here in the second half, sponsored by Today's Dentistry. Stick with us. We'll get a measurement. We'll let you know how it looks when we come back to Raabe Stadium.
All right, Tim, I got all your policies here.
Okay, nice. But what if...
Covered.
Nice. But what if...
All set.
But what if...
Tim, I customized your insurance so you wouldn't have to ask what if. It's simple human sense.
Nice.
Ask Insurance Producers Network in southeastern Wisconsin if auto owners make sense for you.
If you are looking for a university where the professors care about you, you can meet friends who have the same values as you, and you're going to be in a super fun area with a ton of student activities and fun stuff to do, then you want to go to WLC.
You can really balance academics with athletics or fine arts or any extracurriculars.
You get everything when you come here. You get a wonderful community of people. You get endless opportunities.
I don't think a single student here graduates without thinking that they are a Christian leader.
Well, back at Raabe Stadium, it was a 4th down for the Saints, and they flinched. So a false start on 4th and less than a yard. So 4th and 6, we'll call it. 2 minutes left in the ballgame. Again, the Warriors need to stop them here, or this one is going to be over. 4th and 6. Saints are 2 out of 4 on 4th down situations, and Coach Bremer says, I want to talk about it. I'm going to make you guys wait a little longer.
I'm not surprised about that. It's 4th and a long, and if you punt it, obviously you worry about a block punt, that sort of thing. But if you don't and you don't make it, you're giving the Warriors the ball in pretty good field position. So there is a decision to be made here, and it's not an easy decision necessarily.
You're in that zone on the field right now where it's kind of no man's land here.
It is, yeah. I mean, they'd gain normally if they don't get it out of bounds, they're going to gain about 15, 18 yards on this thing. But let's see what he decides to do. If they get the 1st down, obviously game over.
4th down and 6. Offense stays out there. And let's see what they go with. 2 wide receivers left, 1 to the right. Javon Williams in the backfield. Donald West, always in command and control. Poised veteran. He's going to throw on 4th and 6. Rainbowing far sideline. Burgess with the catch. That will seal the game for the Saints of St. Scholastica. What a call. What a conversion. What a throw and what a reception. The Saints on 4th down convert for the 3rd time today.
Every part of that play was perfectly executed. The drop, the throw, the catch.
Clock runs with 1:45. Warriors out of timeouts, can't stop it anymore. Victory formation for the Mayaks. St. Scholastica Saints. Warriors were 2-0 all time against this program. That was a long time ago, 2008, 2009. They meet here in 2025, and the Saints are going to come in and spoil the home opener, the season opener, for Wisconsin Lutheran College. Impressive stuff.
Yeah, you got to
St. Scholastica.
You got to hand it to them. Sorry, Scott. You got to hand it to them. They've played just a good game all around. They gave the rock to number 20, and he wasn't stopped very often today. And their quarterback has just done a really nice job.
540 yards of offense for St. Scholastica here this afternoon. They'll have to take one more knee, and then it's a long bus ride back to campus, but it will be a fun one for Coach Bremer and company.
It will. He will enjoy the ride to Duluth when this thing is over with.
Warriors will regroup, get ready for Buena Vista on the road next Saturday. That'll do it. A new era for the Saints of St. Scholastica, and Matt Bremer in his first game for CSS comes away with a 41-27 victory here at Wisconsin Lutheran College. So the Saints to 1-0. There's Bremer and Tresky. Warriors will visit St. Scholastica next season up there in the Duluth area. Warriors fall to 0-1. Wisconsin Lutheran to Buena Vista in Storm Lake, Iowa. Coming up next Saturday, back home 2 weeks from tonight, actually, under the lights against the rivals of Concordia University, Wisconsin. 41-27. St. Scholastica gets the victory here in the opener. Wayne Chevy is standing by with Warriors head coach Eric Tresky.
In the result, what things surprised you during the course of this game? New coach, new coordinators from their side?
They had a couple nice calls. I think that they had the double pass and some other things. Really what surprised me was just how well they did handling the run game on the inside. All camp long, even in our scrimmage, I felt like our defensive line did some positive things. And today, they had a veteran O-line, and it showed. They did a great job. And we've got some things to clean up and correct because more teams are going to watch that film and try to attack us inside. So we got to get some answers.
A couple of blown assignments, obviously the turnovers that are in there. What are the things that you're going to focus on in the week ahead?
Learn how to rebound from those situations. Body language matters, right? Our response matters. Bad things happen, right? They're going to happen every football game. St. Scholastica had bad things happen today. It's how you respond that really matters. And then it also just shows that we got to clean up some things. There was one pick that was a miscommunication. The other one, obviously, we tripped, and the other one, the kid made a really, really good play in a tough look. And so there's some things to learn. We had a first-game starter who's going to learn a lot, but also played well. And, really what most teams now do is they have an opportunity to take the next step as a program. That's our job this week.
Thanks for your time. Best of luck next week.
Thank you.
Back to you guys.
Wayne, thank you, and Coach Tresky, thank you. Eric, always so good to join us, win or lose, good or bad, and everything in between. That's not easy for a coach to do, but he is always generous with his time, and now he'll address his squad. And we should mention members of the St. Scholastica squad as well, a post-game prayer between members of both teams. And they'll huddle up, and they'll get ready for next week. 41-27 is the final score. We have a little Warrior post-game show to bring you. Final recap. We'll give you our Warrior of the game, play of the game as well as part of our post-game programming. Stick with us. That comes your way in a couple of minutes. This is People's State Bank coverage of Warriors football, presented by Legacy Insurance Group.
Here's your food.
Thank you.
Your food's right here. Have a nice day.
Thanks, you too.
Food's here.
Food's here.
Finally. Best pizza.
Food's here. We're here. Quick Trip.
Hey, grab me one too.
This isn't just another college.
If you are looking for a university where the professors care about you, you can meet friends who have the same values as you, and you're going to be in a super fun area with a ton of student activities and fun stuff to do, then you want to go to WLC.
This is a place where you'll engage in Christ-centered academics and student life experiences that activate your potential.
Learning here at WLC is incredibly hands-on learning. You get a bunch of different experiences.
You can really balance academics with athletics or fine arts or any extracurriculars.
I don't think a single student here graduates without thinking that they are a Christian leader. You get everything when you come here. You get a wonderful community of people, and you get endless opportunities.
WLC initially was just a college for me, but now it's a home.
Your greatest adventure starts here. Visit wlc.edu/purpose to learn more.
Eric Tresky with the post-game huddle, surrounded by his 2025 Warriors team. There you see the final score, a 14-point win for St. Scholastica. Saints scored the first 20 points of this game. Warriors cut it to 6 at the break. Scholastica with an early third quarter score. Warriors cut it to 7, but the Saints had every answer, Coach, here this afternoon. As we look back at the way this ball game unfolded, it was a punch, counter punch, and in the end, I guess the Saints had one more punch, right?
Well, it was, and again, just looking, oh, there it is. That was the big play, right?
Yeah.
That was a big play early on because, number one, that trickeration, it kind of, if you're on the other side of if you're on the defense, you're not very happy about that whole thing, but that kind of showed them they were in for, we're going to do whatever it takes to get this thing done.
That's our play of the game, sponsored by People's State Bank. Yep, a little toss from the wide receiver Burgess back to the quarterback, West, Donald West, with a 43-yard touchdown reception. That is our play of the game. You know what else it showed, Dennis, I thought, was that these Saints are here to win a ball game. They're not here to just ease their way into a new era with a new head coach. They got a few tricks up their sleeve, and they're not afraid to use them.
They did, and I, because we did it a lot myself, you practice that all the time for that one opportunity to get a chance to throw it in a game, and then when it works out, it's like every single person on the team is fired up about it.
Warriors and Saints. And it goes the way of St. Scholastica. We'll take one more timeout. We'll come back. We'll take a look at some highlights. We'll let you know who our warrior of the game was, and we'll set you up for our next broadcast as well as we continue. More postgame after this from Raabe Stadium on My 24.
The world is changing in powerful ways. You deserve an education that helps you meet the moment. Wisconsin Lutheran College. An academic and faith experience embedded in a close-knit community that activates your potential. Preparing you for life's critical moments so you can step into your unique purpose as a bold Christian leader. Take the first step at wlc.edu/purpose.
Final segment of our post-game show. Big celebration going on over there in the top of your screen. The Saints, I think Coach Bremer may have just recently gotten the Gatorade shower, and deservedly so, as the Saints come out of Raabe Stadium with a 14-point victory, 41-27. Every post-game show will feature our Player of the Game award. It's sponsored by Legacy Insurance Group, Colin Amack agent. Player of the Game award here today, Coach, and we're going to go with Liam Hygis. I mean, what Hygis was able to do here this afternoon, the final numbers, 15 carries, 83 yards. Hygis had the touchdown there in this ball game, one on the ground for him. McKinney had the other. And Hygis with our Player of the Game award, and he joins us now on the sidelines. And Liam, we appreciate your time. We know frustrating certainly here this afternoon. Take us through this one here today. It was punch and counter punch big time today, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. I mean, they hit us hard at the beginning and kind of just got us down right away, and then we were just fighting back that whole time to try to get back in the game. So,
what was the vibe in this one? Can you take us down to the field? I mean, as they're getting out to an early 20-0 lead, you guys fight back with 14 unanswered. Take us into what brought you guys back the way you did.
Yeah, it was really just talking to everybody on the sidelines, keeping everybody up and positive, just going and fighting as hard as we could on the next drive to keep on battling back.
You're just a sophomore. Quincy Reams he's just a freshman. Can you talk about the chemistry you guys are building already early?
Oh yeah, he came into camp, lots of confidence, and yeah, we just kind of hit it off. He put in the work every day. We've been trying to get our connection there. The line's been working with us to get that down, and we're starting to click. So hopefully we can get that going this week in practice and be ready for next week.
Last thing, we'll let you go on this one. Player of the Game, Liam Hygis joining us. What's the biggest message? What's the message now heading to Buena Vista on the road next week?
We're going to fight back. We're a new team this year, and we got to be out to prove that. So,
Liam, thank you. We'll see you down the line. Thank you, pal. There he is, Liam Hygis, Legacy Insurance Group, Colin Amack agent, Player of the Game, and he's a leader. He may not be a captain yet. I think that might be coming in the offing as he becomes an upperclassman. But he'll be fine. He'll be good.
Yeah.
Let's take a look at the final recap here as we take a look at the way this thing unfolded. Williams, double check it here. Yeah, 227 on the ground. He was the difference. Quincy Reams through the air. Some good, some bad, a little in between. Sometimes you get that with a freshman quarterback. A couple of interceptions early kind of set the tone from the Saints' perspective.
Yeah, that particular one was just a complete miscommunication, and I don't put that on the quarterback, although everyone, thinks it is. But this was a pretty tricky play by St. Scholastica, and really was well executed with the blocking and the throws and every part of it.
Yep, we talked about that from our Play of the Game vantage point. There were some nice connections. West that time able to connect with C.J. Favors for a long touchdown after a great catch along the sidelines. Here's that Hygis touchdown that I referenced on his stat line a few moments ago. This brought the Warriors back within 7. This was a beautiful touch right before halftime to Mears from Reams, and then more of the same in the second half. Coach Bremer and company sticking with Williams on the ground. He had 4 touchdowns. Beautiful throw on the run. Gordon catching the pass from Quincy Reams. Again, showing glimpses of why they're so high on Quincy Reams. But just too much Javon Williams here today, although McKinney did what he could. Ty Wynn getting in for his first collegiate touchdown. And number 20, there's his 4th final touchdown. The game sealer as the Saints win it by a final score of 41-27. And that'll do it from Raabe Stadium for the opener. Our next broadcast will come your way in a couple of weeks. Warriors on the road at Buena Vista next Saturday, which means 2 weeks from tonight. It'll be under the lights, 5:30 pregame, 6 o'clock will be the kickoff, when the Warriors welcome in the Falcons of Concordia, Wisconsin. It's the Lutheran Bowl, the Luther Cup on the line. Conference play will begin. Thanks to everybody for making this broadcast possible here this afternoon so very much. We couldn't do it with all of you. All of you. People's State Bank, Legacy Insurance Group, so many. Warriors fall in the opener, 0-1 on the young season. We'll do it again in a couple of weeks. Thanks to our director, Mark Bomberg, our producer and engineer, Jason Ruck. For Wayne Chevy downstairs and Dennis Miller here in the booth, I am Scott Warris. Thank you for watching Warriors football on My24 and WLCSports.com. We'll see you in 2 weeks.